Stop! Why did you bring him here? You are not welcome here! You will not touch him. You will not harm him! Nobody harms my boy but me!
Watch yourself. Did you see that? What was that? Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? What was that? What was that? What was that? I'm ready when you are. 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 Shall we? Shall we? Shall we? Shall we? You ready to go? You ready to go? You ready to go? You ready to go? Change your mind? All right then. I'm fine to stick around. Okay. Just say the word when you're ready to leave. Change your mind. Change your mind. Change your mind. All right then. I'm fine to stick around. All right then. I'm fine to stick around. All right then. I'm fine to stick around. Okay. Just say the word when you're ready to leave. Okay. Just say the word when you're ready to leave. Okay. Just say the word when you're ready to leave. Seems we're not yet leaving. We're here a bit longer. Seems we're not yet leaving. Seems we're not yet leaving. Seems we're not yet leaving. We're here a bit longer. We're here a bit longer. Can we leave? Could we leave here? Are you done yet? Is there really anything here for us? Are we done here? Can we leave? Can we leave? Can we leave? Could we leave here? Could we leave here? Could we leave here? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Is there really anything here for us? Is there really anything here for us? Is there anything really here for us? Are we done here? Are we done here? We should get moving. Let's get moving. Are we done? Are you done? We should get moving. We should get moving. We should get moving. Let's get moving. Let's get moving. Let's get moving. Are we done? Are we done? Are we done? Are you done? Are you done? Are you done? Looking for something? We can head out the way we came. If you're hoping to find a way out, we can go back the way we came. Done exploring, Kratos? Find anything interesting? This way, Kratos. Keep up. We should go this way. Follow me. You coming? Come here, Kratos. Over here, Kratos. This way, this way, this way, this way, Kratos. This way, Kratos. This way, Kratos. Keep up, keep up, keep up, keep up, keep up. We should go this way. 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 Follow me, follow me, follow me. You coming? You coming? You coming? Come here, Kratos. Come here, Kratos. Come here, Kratos. Over here. Over here. Over here, Kratos. Over here, Kratos. Kratos, up here. Kratos, up here. Kratos, up here. Kratos, up here. Did you forget something? All right, never mind. We can keep moving. Well, never mind then. Seems you've got other things on your mind. All right, never mind. All right, never mind. All right, never mind. We can keep moving. We can keep moving. We can keep moving. Well, never mind then. Well, never mind then. Seems you've got other things on your mind. Seems you've got other things on your mind. Seems you've got other things on your mind. Up there, up there, up there, up there. Look, up there. Look, up there. Look, up there. Look, up there. Following you. Guess we're leaving. Following you. Following you. Guess we're leaving. Guess we're leaving. Guess we're leaving. I'm with you. I am with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. Come, look at this. Come, look at this. Come, look at this. Come, look at this. Come look at this. Come look at this. Come look at this. Come look at this. Kratos, over here. Kratos, over here. Kratos, over here. Kratos, over here. This is interesting. Look. Well, this is interesting. Look. This is interesting. Look. This is interesting. Look. Kratos, I see something. Look. Over there. That looks interesting. What's that? Kratos, I see something. Kratos, I see something. Look, over there. Look. Over there. That looks interesting. That looks interesting. What's that? What's that? Beautiful, isn't it? Just gorgeous. Just look at that. Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful, isn't it? Just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Just look at that. Just look at that. That doesn't look right. I don't think that's what you meant to do. No, that's not it. Whatever that was, it wasn't correct. That isn't right, it seems. That doesn't look right. That doesn't look right. That doesn't look right. I don't think that's what you meant to do. I don't think that's what you meant to do. I don't think that's what you meant to do. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Whatever that was, it wasn't correct. Whatever that was, it wasn't correct. Whatever that was, it wasn't correct. That isn't right, it seems. That isn't right, it seems. That isn't right, it seems. Interesting. This looks interesting. 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 This looks interesting. This looks interesting. Well done. Well, that did it. Nice work. Looks like that worked. Ah, that's it. Well done. Well done. Well, that did it. Well, that did it. Well, that did it. Nice work. Nice work. Nice work. Looks like that worked. Looks like that worked. Ah, that's it. Ah, that's it. Ah, that's it.
Bifrost above you! Bifrost above you! From above, Bifrost! From above, Bifrost! Above you, incoming Bifrost! Above you, incoming Bifrost! Incoming Bifrost up above! Incoming Bifrost up above! Incoming Bifrost up above! From above, Bifrost! Above you, incoming Bifrost! Incoming Bifrost up above! Bifrost behind you! Bifrost behind you! Bifrost from behind! Bifrost from behind! Bifrost at your back! Bifrost at your back! Behind you! Incoming Bifrost! Incoming Bifrost back here! Bifrost behind you! Bifrost from behind! Incoming Bifrost back here! Left side, Bifrost! Left side, Bifrost! Bifrost on your left! Bifrost on your left! Left flank, incoming Bifrost! Bifrost left side! Bifrost left side! Bifrost left flank! Bifrost left flank! Bifrost on your left! Left flank, incoming Bifrost! Bifrost left flank! Right flank, Bifrost! Right flank, Bifrost! Right side, incoming Bifrost! On your right, Bifrost! On your right, Bifrost! Bifrost right side! Bifrost right side! Bifrost right flank! Bifrost right flank! Here it comes! Another pass! There! Eyes up! Impressive shot! Nice aim! Nice aim! Here it comes! It's charging! It's about to charge! Get ready! Watch out for the scales! Watch out for the scales! Careful, the scales! Out of the way! Out of the way! Move, move! Move, move! Get back! Get back! Fall back! Fall back! Evade the fire! Get back! Get back! Fall back! Fall back! Fall back! Back, back! Back, back! Shield up! Shield up! Shield! Shield! Watch the tail! Watch the tail! Incoming from the water! It's firing from the water! From the water! Watch out! Above you! Fire! Above you! Fire! Fire from above! Fire from above! Above you! Incoming fire! Above you! Incoming fire! Incoming fire up above! Incoming fire up above! Fire behind you! Fire behind you! Fire from behind! Fire from behind! Behind you! Incoming fire! Behind you! Incoming fire! Fire at your back! Fire at your back! Incoming fire back here! Incoming fire back here! Incoming fire back here! Fire from behind! Behind you! Incoming fire! Fire at your back! Left side! Incoming fire! Left side! Incoming fire! Left side! Incoming fire! Left flank! Incoming fire! Fire! Left flank! Fire! Left flank! Fire on your left! Fire Fire! Left side! Right side! Incoming fire! Right side, Kratos! Right side, Kratos! Fire on your right! Fire on your right! Right flank! Incoming fire! Right flank! Incoming fire! Fire! Right flank! Fire! Right flank! Fire! Right side! Fire! Right side! Above you! Incoming! Above you! Incoming! Incoming above you! Incoming above you! Incoming above you! Incoming above you! Above you! Watch out! Above you! Watch out! Above you! Above you! Above you! Look out! Above you! Look out! Above you, Kratos! Above you, Kratos! Above you! Above you! Look out! Behind you! Watch out! Behind you! Watch out! Behind you! Behind you! Incoming back here! Incoming back here! Behind you, Kratos! Behind you, Kratos! Behind you! Incoming! Behind you! Incoming! From behind! Incoming! From behind! Incoming! Behind you! Look out! Behind you! Look out! Behind you! Watch out! Behind you! Incoming back here! Behind you, Kratos! Behind you! Incoming! From behind! Incoming! Behind you! Look out! Left side! Incoming! Left side! Incoming! Incoming left side! Incoming left side! On your left! On your left! Left side! Left side! Left flank! Left flank! Left side, Kratos! Left side, Kratos! Watch your left! Watch your left! Left side incoming! Incoming left side! On your left! Left side! Left flank! Left side, Kratos! Watch your left! Right side incoming! On your right! On your right! Incoming right side! Incoming right side! Right flank! Right flank! Right side! Right side! Watch your right! Watch your right! Right flank! Right side! Watch your right! Incoming right side! It's going to ram you! Brace yourself! Parry it! Brace yourself! Parry it! Deflect the attack! Deflect the attack! Watch the tongue, Kratos! Watch out for the Grimm's tongue! Grimm headed your way! Fast! Grimm coming at you! Watch the claws! Poisonous spit incoming! Knock that Grimm down! Up there! Grimm poison coming this way! Protect yourself! Protect yourself! It's unstable! Get back! It's explosive! Be careful! Frostfire above you! Frostfire above you! Frostfire from above! Frostfire from above! Above you! Incoming frostfire! Incoming frostfire! Up above! Incoming frostfire! Up above! Frostfire behind you! Frostfire behind you! Frostfire from behind! Frostfire from behind! Frostfire at your back! Frostfire at your back! Behind you! Frostfire! Behind you! Frostfire! Back here! Incoming frostfire! Back here! Incoming frostfire! Left side! Frostfire! Left side! Frostfire! Frostfire on your left! Left flank! Incoming frostfire! Left flank! Incoming frostfire! Frostfire! Left flank! Frostfire! Left flank! Frostfire! Left side! Frostfire! Left side! Right side! Incoming frostfire! Frostfire on your right! Frostfire on your right! Right flank! Frostfire! Right flank! Frostfire! Frostfire! Right flank! Frostfire! Right flank! Frostfire! Right side! Frostfire! Right side! Light orb incoming! Hit the light orb! Light orb! Throw your weapon at it! Light orb! Throw your weapon at it! Up above! Poison! Up above! Poison! Poison from above! Poison from above! Above you! Incoming poison! Above you! Incoming poison! Incoming poison up above! Incoming poison up above! Up above! Poison! Behind you! Poison! Behind you! Poison! Poison from behind! Poison from behind! Poison at your back! Poison at your back! Behind you! Incoming poison! Behind you! Incoming poison! Behind you! Incoming poison! Incoming poison! Back here! Left flank! Poison! Left side! Incoming poison! Left side! Incoming poison! Poison on your left! Poison on your left! Poison left side! Poison left side! Poison left flank! Poison left side! Right flank! Poison! Right flank! Poison! Right side! Poison! Right side! Poison! Poison on your right! Poison on your right! Poison right side! Poison right side! Poison right flank! Poison right flank! Get back! Get back! Keep your distance! The totem, look out! Out of the way! Out of the way! Out of the way! They summon a white! Hurry! The wisps! We must stop them! The wisp replicates! The wisp! It's creating more! Move! 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 Watch out! Watch out! Use that shield of yours! Parry! It's going to grab you! Wyvern behind you, Kratos! Wyvern behind you, Kratos! It's behind you! It's behind you! Break its concentration! Quickly! Disrupt its attack from the sky! Lightning headed your way! Lightning headed your way! Watch that tail! Keep an eye on that tail! Keep an eye on that tail! What do you expect me to do? You're on your own for now! I can't help you like this! There's nothing I can do! Do not command me! I will attack on my own time! I don't take orders from you! Auka! 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 Skjelfa! 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 Well, that's one way to kill a Grim! Kratos! Are you okay? Careful! On your guard, Kratos! Steady your guard! Nice block! Nice work! Impressive! Admirable! Got him! Good riddance! It's down! You've done that before, haven't you? That will shut it up! Finally! Kratos, now! Take him! Take her! Soften them up for you! Now, attack! The ancient's stunned! Keep on it! Stunned enemy back here! Injured enemy behind you! The troll is stunned! It's yours now! Well, shall we? Done. That takes care of that. Good. Let's move on. All clear. That's all of them. Victory is ours. I have a bow, Kratos, and I know how to use it. Happy to fire more arrows if it helps. No need for arrows? Seems like a waste. I have a bow, Kratos, and I know how to use it. I have a bow, Kratos, and I know how to use it. Happy to fire more arrows if it helps. Happy to fire more arrows if it helps. No need for arrows. Seems like a waste. No need for arrows? Seems like a waste. I suppose we do make a good team. Efficient. Easily done. More sport than battle. Too easy. Attack! Ready? At your side. Enemies! We strike! The last enemy! Only one remains! Last one! Grim perched on high! Hit it! That Grim's got a grip up there! We'll have to knock it down! Impressive! That was quite the block! That was quite the block! Very nice! Very nice! Nice throw! Nice throw! Nice throw! Kratos! Kratos! Can't do this without you, Kratos! Can't do this without you, Kratos! Kratos, we need you! Kratos, we need you! Come on, Kratos! Off your back! Come on, Kratos! Off your back! Come on, Kratos, get up! Come on, Kratos, get up! Your son needs you, Kratos! Your son needs you, Kratos! They've got your son! They've got your son! They have Atreus! They have Atreus! Up you go! Up you go! Come on, get up! Come on, get up! Back on your feet, Kratos! Back on your feet, Kratos! Back on your feet, Kratos! We're not giving up yet! We're not giving up yet! An ancient guards up! Bergsra, behind you, Kratos! More Bergsra, behind you! Bergsra, behind you! Got another Bergsra back here! Bergsra, to your left! More Bergsra, left side! Bergsra, left flank! Another Bergsra, to the left! Bergsra on the right! More Bergsra, right side! Bergsra, right flank! Another Bergsra, to the right! Dark Elves behind you, Kratos! More Dark Elves, back here! Dark Elf behind you, Kratos! Another Dark Elf behind you! Dark Elves to your left! More Dark Elves, left side! Dark Elf, left flank! Another Dark Elf to the left! Dark Elves to your right! On the right! More Dark Elves! Dark Elf on the right! Another Dark Elf to the right! Draugr behind you, Kratos! More Draugr behind you! More Draugr behind you, Kratos! Draugr behind you! Another Draugr behind you! Draugr to your left! More Draugr left side! Draugr on the left! Another Draugr to the left! Draugr to your right! More Draugr right side! Draugr on the right! Another Draugr to the right! Einherjar behind you, Kratos! More Einherjar back here! More Einherjar behind you! Einherjar behind you! Another Einherjar behind you! Einherjar to your left! More Einherjar on the left! More Einherjar left side! Einherjar on the left! Another Einherjar to the left! Einherjar to your right! More Einherjar right side! More Einherjar on your right! Einherjar on the right! Another Einherjar to the right! Enemies behind you, Kratos! Enemies behind you, Kratos! Enemies at your back! Enemies at your back! Enemies at your back! Enemies behind you, Kratos! Enemies at your back! Watch your back! Another one! More enemies behind you! More enemies behind you! Behind you! More enemies, Kratos! Behind you! More enemies, Kratos! More behind you, Kratos! More behind you, Kratos! Watch your back! Another one! More enemies behind you! Behind you! More enemies, Kratos! More behind you, Kratos! Enemy behind you! Enemy behind you, Kratos! Enemy behind you! Enemy behind you, Kratos! Another behind you! Another enemy behind you! Another behind you! Another enemy behind you! Enemies on the left! Enemies on the left! Enemies on the left! Enemies to your left! Enemies to your left! Enemies to your left! More of them on the left! More of them on the left! More enemies left side! More enemies left side! Left side, Kratos, more of them! Left side, Kratos, more of them! More on your left! More on your left! More of them on the left! More enemies left side! Left side, Kratos, more of them! More on your left! Enemy on the left! Enemy on the left! Enemy! Left flank! Enemy left flank! Enemy on the left! Enemy left flank! Another to the left! Another to the left! Another one left side! Another one left side! Another one left side! Enemies on the right! Enemies on the right! Enemies to your right! Enemies to your right! Enemies on the right! Enemies to your right! More of them on the right! More of them on the right! More enemies right side! More enemies right side! Right side, Kratos! More of them! Right side, Kratos! More of them! More on your right! More on your right! More of them on the right! More enemies right side! Right side, Kratos! More of them! More on your right! Enemy on the right! Enemy on the right! Enemy on the right! Enemy right flank! Enemy on the right! Enemy right flank! Another to the right! Another to the right! Another one right side! Another one right side! Another one right side! Grothngur at your back! Grothngur behind you! Another Grothngur behind you! Grothngur to your left! Grothngur left flank! Grothngur on the right! Grothngur on the right! Another Grothngur to the right! Grim behind you, Kratos! More Grim back here! More Grim behind you! Grim behind you! Another Grim behind you! Grim to your left! More Grim on the left! Grim left flank! Another Grim to the left! Grim to your right! More Grim on the right! Grim right flank! Another Grim to the right! Gulan behind you, Kratos! Back here! More Gulan! Watch your back! More Gulan! Gulan behind you! Another Gulan behind you! Gulan on the left! More Gulan left side! More Gulan on your left! Gulan left flank! Another Gulan to the left! Gulan to your right! More Gulan right side! On your right, more Gulan! Gulan right flank! Another Gulan to the right! Hellwalkers behind you, Kratos! More Hellwalkers back here! More Hellwalkers behind you! Hellwalker behind you! Another Hellwalker behind you! Hellwalkers to your left! More Hellwalkers left side! More Hellwalkers on your left! Hellwalker left flank! Another Hellwalker to the left! Hellwalkers to your right! More Hellwalkers right side! Right side, Kratos! More Hellwalkers! Hellwalker right flank! Another Hellwalker to the right! Light Elves at your back! More Light Elves back here! More Light Elves behind you! Light Elf behind you! Another Light Elf behind you! Light Elves to your left! More Light Elves left side! Left side, Kratos! More Light Elves! Light Elf on the left! Another Light Elf to the left! Light Elves to your right! More Light Elves right side! More Light Elves on your right! Light Elf right flank! Another Light Elf to the right! Nightmares behind you, Kratos! More nightmares back here! More nightmares behind you! Nightmare behind you! Got another nightmare back here! Nightmares on the left! More nightmares left side! More nightmares on your left! Nightmare left flank! Another nightmare to the left! Nightmares to the right! On the right, more nightmares! More nightmares right side! Nightmare right flank! Another nightmare to the right!
Do you hear that song? The song of Enokin. Be ready. Do you hear that song? Do you hear that song? The song of Enokin. Be ready. The song of Enokin. Be ready.
Nokin's behind you, Kratos! Nokin's behind you, Kratos! More Nokins behind you! More Nokins behind you! More Nokins behind you! More Nokins behind you! Nokin behind you! Nokin behind you! Another Nokin behind you! Another Nokin behind you! Nokins to your left! Nokins to your left! More Nokins left side! More Nokins on your left! More Nokins left side! More Nokins on your left! Nokin left flank! Nokin left flank! Another Nokin to the left! Another Nokin to the left! Nokins to your right! Nokins to your right! More Nokins right side! Right side, Kratos, more Nokins! More Nokins right side! Right side, Kratos, more Nokins! Nokin right flank! Nokin right flank! Another Nokin to the right! Another Nokin to the right! Another Nokin! Raiders behind you, Kratos! More Raiders back here! More Raiders behind you! Raider behind you! Another Raider behind you! Raiders to your left! More Raiders left side! More Raiders on your left! Raider on the left! Another Raider to the left! Raiders to your right! More Raiders right side! Right side, Kratos! More Raiders! Raider right flank! Another Raider to the right! Reavers behind you! Behind you! More Reavers! More Reavers behind you, Kratos! Reaver behind you! Another Reaver behind you! Reavers to the left! More Reavers left side! More Reavers on your left! Reaver on the left! Another Reaver to the left! Reavers to the right! More Reavers on the right! More Reavers right side! Reaver right flank! Another Reaver to the right! Revenant behind you! Another Revenant behind you! Revenant left flank! Another Revenant to the left! More Revenants on your right! Revenant right flank! Another Revenant to the right! Tattleworms behind you, Kratos! More Tattleworms back here! Behind you! More Tattleworms! Tattleworm behind you! Got another Tattleworm back here! Tattleworms to your left! More Tattleworms left side! More Tattleworms on your left! Tattleworm left flank! Another Tattleworm to the left! Tattleworms to your right! More Tattleworms right side! More Tattleworms on your right! Tattleworm right flank! Another Tattleworm to the right! White behind you! Got another White back here! White left flank! Another White to the left! White right flank! One more White right side! Wisps behind you, Kratos! More Wisps back here! More Wisps behind you, Kratos! Wisp behind you! Another Wisp behind you! Wisps to your left! More Wisps left side! Left side, Kratos! More Wisps! Wisp on the left! Another Wisp to the left! Wisps to your right! More wisps right side! Right side! More wisps! Wisp on the right! Another wisp to the right! Wretches behind you, Kratos! More wretches back here! More wretches behind you! Wretch behind you! Another wretch behind you! Wretches on the left! More wretches left side! More wretches on your left! Wretch left flank! Another wretch to the left! Wretches to your right! More wretches right side! Right side, Kratos! More wretches! Wretch right flank! Another wretch to the right! Wolver behind you! Wolver left flank! Wolver right flank! Wyvern behind you! Wyvern left flank! Wyvern right flank! Switching! Switching arrows! Changing arrows! Switching! 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 Switching arrows! Switching arrows! Switching arrows! Changing arrows! Changing arrows! Changing arrows! That weapon clearly isn't working! A different weapon, perhaps! Try another weapon! Good shot! Hard to catch those things off guard! Watch out, Kratos! Watch out, Kratos! Now! 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 Go for the throat! I can use my arrows to disable it! Avoid those spots! Avoid those spots! Don't step in those! Those areas are dangerous! Avoid them! It's in the water! It's back in the water! They're healing! She's calling a wyvern! It's too fast! Use your shield! The rider heals his mount! Take care of the rider first! Nice shot! Sigil magic could break through their shield! My sigil arrows can break through Bifrost! With that shield up, you won't do much damage! Val Grim! It attacks from above! Grim attacking from above! It's regaining strength! Don't let it heal! Don't let it heal! Shield up! It's enraged! Focus on the summoner! Focus on the summoner! Focus on the summoner! We need to destroy that nest! They'll continue to spawn unless we destroy their nest! We need to destroy those nests! The Noken's taken shelter somewhere! Find it! The Noken's retreating to safety! Find it!
The song of a Noken. A Noken sings. Be wary. The Noken's song heals the others. The Noken hides. We must find it.
Must stop that Noken from singing! Get that thing to shut up! Nothing good can come of this noise! Nothing good can come of this noise! It's stunned! Now, attack the rune! Kratos, attack the rune! The rune! Attack the rune! That won't work yet! We need to stun it first! Focus on its rune first! Attack the springs! Hurry before it recovers! Kratos, the springs! Destroy them! That's it! Put pressure on the core! Attack the core! Attack the core! It's vulnerable when it glows! It's stunned! Now! Attack! Now! Attack! The core is weakened! Attack the springs! Hurry before it recovers! Kratos, the springs! Bring them down! That won't work yet! That won't work yet! Focus on its core first! That's it! That's it! It's over! Time to put it down! Well done! Just a few more strikes! An arrow will slow her down! My arrows will slow her! Say the word! Is your shield broken? Your shield could be of use! Shield strike! Use a shield strike! Shield strike now! Shield strike! Use a shield strike! Shield strike now! Don't let him complete his spell! Don't let him complete his spell! Attack the glowing weak points! They house its power! My arrows are useless against it! It summons more wisps! My arrows are the only way! Tell me when to shoot! My arrows are the only way! Tell me when to shoot! They're ethereal! Perhaps my arrows! Good! That's the way! Good! That's the way! It's getting away with the stone! Get that wretch! It has a stone! That wretch stole a stone! It has a stone! That wretch stole a stone! Get it! Get that wretch! It has a stone! Get that wretch! It has a stone!
Do you really think he understands the stakes? This still feels reckless. Sometimes you reach as far as you're ready to go. Valhalla's decision or yours? Does this mean you're done in there? You're sure it's worth dying for? Don't be glib, Mimir. Valhalla restores you after honorable death in combat, but beyond that, it makes its own rules. And if you don't play by them... Kratos, the threat of death in there is real. I do wish you luck. Truly. Kratos, I've been waiting to have a word with you. She is resting, healing. What she did for you two in there, that should not have happened. It's bad enough you're risking your own lives, but it isn't just you paying the price. This is exactly what I was worried about. Yes, she does. I just want you to be careful. I need her. And I need you too. No more bending the rules in there. All right? You're saying he sent the invitation in the first place? So it's Tyr's game you're playing? This is all his idea? And what is that exactly? All right. If it's helping. I trust you both, even after what it did to you. It seems like you're making progress, whatever you're doing in there. Listen, I know I made you feel like we expected more of you than you could give, and I just want you to know, I'm not asking you to change how you are or who you are. We had to break the old world to build a new one, picking up the pieces and putting them together stronger. It's a rare opportunity. You made a difference here. In some circles, a symbol of change. On many days, just knowing that you're a part of the council is enough. You've earned a voice. How you use it is up to you. I take it this is a good sign. Good. I'm very pleased to hear that. And that you found what you needed here. My sister, Sigrun. Whether Valkyrie, Shield Maiden, or whatever else you should call yourself in time, I shall always be your sister. Do you hear me? We're heading back to Charlie? He's not going to be very happy with me. We're heading back to my home. Charlie's not going to be very happy with me. In my hunt for you, I neglected to check on him. Charlie, I'm sorry, I have no excuse for neglecting you. I will do my best to earn it. I know, but I can't stay. There's still things I must do. Kratos, I should look for someone who can watch over him. Permanently. Yes. I'd forgotten about that armor. Is someone inside? How do you feel? And leave behind all your friends? And leave behind your friends? Actually, I know somebody who's living alone in a quiet place who could use your help and companionship. We should talk. Birgir, what are you doing here? You came. No. It's good that he has someone. There is still much to be done. Thank you, Birgir. Goodbye, Charlie. Soon. To Vanaheim, then. It was his idea, to foster peace among the Vanir and Aesir. At least he's not convincing her to marry someone, like some other diplomats would. Anytime. Lady Sif, it speaks volumes seeing you here in person. The first of the Aesir to visit us in peace. Aesir and Vanir living together. I never thought it possible. What is that? What of it? The creature served its purpose, for better or for worse. Why do you care about this monster? What lie? My brother might still be alive? No. You did what you thought was right. To win the war. Apologizing to me for this makes it sound like his death was a tragic accident. Freyr knew what he was doing, and he saved us because of it. She is no more. Why do you wait here, friends? I'll tell you the whole story soon, I promise. We didn't mean to pry, sister.
Your shield! Use it! Protect yourself! Or is that shield just decorative? Your timing's off! Parry that attack! That's not going to do anything! See what I mean?
Come on, then. No. I discovered it once you unlocked realm travel, and it solves very little. This form is extremely limiting. I'm in no. Watch where you're going. The plants are extra aggressive in this humidity. I told you. Prune it from a safe distance if you'd rather not get poisoned. A great success that was. Obviously, the peace was no less a disaster than the marriage. Did he invade again, as soon as I was exiled? They must have withdrawn, hidden themselves out in the wilds and covered their tracks with magic. No way of knowing how many are left or how to reach them. You can thank Mimir for that. Why do you keep bringing him up? My brother is no concern of yours. Do you understand? The plant life grows more dangerous the further we go. Hope you're up for it, dwarf. And what is your point? Why do you think I need to hear any of this right now? My focus is on regaining my freedom, and I have no intention of being distracted. Enough! When the day comes to face Freyr again, it will be when I am standing on my feet and free. Do you understand me? It will not be while I'm stuck in this preposterous situation. This river. It used to be filled with boats of people visiting from different villages. I've never seen it so empty. What did Odin do to drive everyone away? What weapons did he make the dwarves build him? How much was just Mjolnir? Can one man do this much damage? You're wasting your time, and mine. Let's go. There's nothing for you through there. I wouldn't know. They're not my people anymore. You'll need to get around the other way. Let's get on with this. Now that the distractions are out of the way, speak then. You have a brother? Was. You think my anger is irrational? You've known Freya for mere moments and already you're taking his side? No. You're just sharing your thoughts on a subject you know nothing about. An ancient! Hit its chest! What it drops is highly volatile. Grab what it dropped and throw it! You're too impatient! Wait until it opens its chest to attack! You fought them before, haven't you? Figures. It's a wonder I've had such difficulty killing you. I know what you're doing. Trying to play on my sympathies in the hope I let you live. I don't need to hear about your mistakes. I've made enough of my own, thanks. Everyone is so eager to advise me, as if any of you know me or what I need. The biggest loss in my life is due to you saving me when I specifically told you not to. Well, it was my family, my mess. I know Baldur wasn't perfect, but he was mine. You know? You think you can even begin to understand the pain of losing a child? There was another. Before Atreus? Calliope. What happened? Never mind. I shouldn't have asked. Einherjar! So they do occupy Vanaheim, as I feared. Remember, it won't do any good to attack while their shields are up. We need to get to that watchtower. We'll have to go through the valley, this way. I can't imagine. Perhaps it is not peace I seek. All those times I found you. Why'd you refuse to fight me? What does that mean? I see. You hear that? Noken! And so close to the village! Their song makes their allies invulnerable. They will not let you pass unless you destroy them all. You won't be able to kill them while the Noken lives. They never tread this close. My village. I hardly recognize it. I used to play hide and seek with Freya in the crops. We'd spend afternoons stealing honey bread from the grand hall. At harvest time, we'd dance and feast until the sun rose. It was all so simple. Why did I have to come back here? Be reminded of all this. The grand hall. It's in ruin. You can get through over here! I hear them inside. Get ready to clear them out. It wasn't enough what Odin did to me. He's desecrated every memory I have of home. These plants behave similarly to the scorn poles we found in the foothills of Midgard ages ago. I bet the frost from your axe would make quick work of that poison. Ha! Serves the Aesir right. These are formidable creatures, very territorial too. Good luck. He's as hot-headed as you. Try cooling it down first. Well, considering how Spartans are made, it's no wonder you turned out as you did. Your fate was sealed from the start. I used to think so. When the Norns told me of my son's fate, I thought I could change it. You know well how that worked out. That's right. You defy prophecy at your own peril. We're almost to the center of the village. What? I know all the Ragnarök prophecies. There's no champion of the giants. So all this time, Odin's obsession with every detail of Ragnarök, he's been missing a crucial piece. Ha! Well done, Groa. You still stand against fate. Even with victory foretold, you would speak to me of protecting your child? Is my tragedy not enough of a lesson? Fighting fate is a waste of the precious time we're given to spend with them. You never know when someone will come along and cut it short. That torch is trapped under the bramble. You need to free it. Can you swing that torch to the other side and burn the bramble blocking your path? What about the crane? Can you turn it somehow? You can probably use those islands to get a better angle on the torch, no? Use your blades to swing the torch to the other side. Let's cross the bridge now. What are you doing? That's not going to get you across. All right, now back to the task at hand. Let's not waste any more time. Come on. How can you, of anyone alive, be squeamish about war? After all the gods you've killed, and I don't? After the price I paid to end one? Look around you, Kratos. See what happens when you don't fight a true evil. That's one of Odin's captains. Be ready. I am reaching my limit for enlightened platitudes from you today. Can you please just shut up and kill things? Let's go. What? You don't get to make that choice, not with the debt you owe me. So much has been taken from me and I'm just supposed to let it all go? Enough. Why are you wasting your time with that? Our path is in the opposite direction. You don't possess the magic to get through that. Your blades aren't hot enough to burn those vines. Let's go. It's just past those doors up ahead. There. I feel the source of the magic keeping me in Midgard. My home. I was born here. Hold on. Something's not right. Opinbera. World tree roots, bound in Odin's damn knots. That's how he did it.
Come on!
Nithhog! No! It protects Yggdrasil's roots, wherever they are. Bastard was counting on it. I need to get to those roots. Drag it out! Don't let it hide in the realm tear! What are you waiting for? It's still in the way! I need to get to those roots! I'm trying! If I free the Vanaheim root, I can help you! Can't you just chop its head off already? Then do a better job distracting it! Shield strike its tail! Interrupt it! Quickly! It's charging an attack! Stop it! If it charges the attack, there's no stopping it! Do something! Prevent its attack! That's it! In that case, why are you all the way back there? Go after it! What are you doing? Get in its face! Is that what Sparta taught you? Close your ground! That's it! Don't relent! Good! Keep at it! You have its attention now! Don't lose it! Attack it! What are you doing? I need to get past it! Kratos, what are you waiting for? That shield won't do you any good! Don't just stand there! Move! Use your legs, not your shield! There you go! Much better! You're better trained than this! Evade! You can't block a blast that powerful! A Draugr hole! You have to destroy it! Those Draugr were not native to Vanaheim. We should destroy any more we see along the way. That Draugr wasn't native to Vanaheim. Really? How very strange. Is that crane still functioning? A dead end. No way through, looks like. We better turn around. Can't go any further. Can't get through this way. Back to Svartalfheim. Revisiting the realm of the dwarves? Returning to Svartalfheim, are we? Unfinished business in Svartalfheim? Going back to Svartalfheim? That statue must have been something to behold in its day. No fish. Surely they retreated to deep water to escape the smoke. Just exploring? Where are we headed? What's our destination? Do we have a task, or should we just explore? Always happy to just explore. The fish are returning. Those mining towers. They're blasting filth into the air. Another of those mining towers. Where does this lead? What's this way? What's down this path? Is there something this way? Where does this path lead, I wonder? You see that in the sky? It's just like what we saw near that fallen chunk of Asgard. Shall we? We should look into it. Look. The Bifrost Trail in the sky. I think I see another remnant of Asgard. I'm ready if you are. More of Odin's stubborn army up ahead. I almost pity them. I said almost. More debris from Asgard. We should have a look. More wreckage from Asgard up ahead. There must be another piece of Asgard up ahead. Ready? More stragglers of Odin's army await. Look. Another chunk of Asgard. Certainly a far cry from our first team up against Nithhog. Another remnant of Asgard. Shall we? I see what I hope is the last chunk of Asgard we have to deal with. And now look at us. We're heading back to Vanaheim? Returning to Vanaheim? What takes us to Vanaheim? Back to Vanaheim. Heading home again. Ah, question answered. I see. More to explore. Interesting. Look. It's as if the world tree is bleeding into this realm. The world tree is trespassing into many realms, apparently. Good. There's much to be done in the crater. Back to the crater? To the crater, then. To Vanaheim's crater. The crater awaits. I don't understand why they keep fighting. Can't they sense Odin is dead? Not for long, they won't. I wonder how many of these fragments of Asgard there are. It's almost impressive. Valhalla exists both inside and outside of Asgard. Who knows what became of it? I'm glad we can help these Einherjar on their way, even if they hate us for it. Agreed. No matter where these Einherjar end up, for the first time, these souls will be able to truly rest. Do you think we will ever find rest? So, not for a while, then. This is truly thankless work. This reminds me of a time shortly after Freyr and I began to rule. We captured an Einherjar spy. I thought we could talk him out of serving Odin. I see now why that was pointless. Legendary, maybe. Loyal, yes. Foolish? Definitely. First, stop calling me Your Majesty. Second, that's not what I said. It's just that when you hand that loyalty over to someone like Odin without question, I just wish people would think for themselves rather than follow blindly. Surely you can relate. No, it's true. There was a time I hated them for it. Envied the love Odin's people lavished on him. But we've seen what blind loyalty leads to. Though I believe my people were wrong to turn on me, I will always respect their choice. I feel bad for the Asgardians, and even worse for the Midgardian refugees. Learning the god they indebted themselves to didn't care for them at all. Such a profound betrayal. No, in the end I may not have abandoned them like they think I did. But I also didn't return to lead them, even now when I could. Besides, they have someone else to worship now. I'm glad to hear you say that, Mimir. Mimir, I've been thinking about our talks, and I think worship should be earned. You should be loved for serving your people. Perhaps one day, I'll earn back that love. We'll see. Well, Mimir, I suppose we've made enemies of both the Vanir and Aesir people now. If only it wasn't destroyed by a creature we summoned. Besides, we're not clearing out these Einherjar for forgiveness. A thought crossed my mind. Even though I may not have worshippers now, or even a people, we're still gods, and we can make a difference in many lives. No, I suppose not. I guess I'm grateful to have you by my side, doing this work. Yes, and even you, Mimir. You're both my favorite headaches. Can't reach it right now. No way to get there. Not yet. Doesn't look like we can get there. A watchtower? But what for? We don't have the equipment for this. We'll need new equipment to solve this. Can't solve this. Not yet. Revisiting Alfheim? We're returning to Alfheim? Missing the desert? Headed to Alfheim? Back to Alfheim, then. Are we off to find that elven sanctum, then, or something else? That dragon looks remarkably lifelike for a sculpture. Sindri. Hello again, Sindri. Hello again, Sindri. Hello again, Sindri. Hello again, Sindri. Hello, Sindri. Sigil arrows won't work on this. Sigil arrows no good here. Can't destroy that with a sigil arrow. Brock. Hello, Brock. Hello, Brock. Hello, Brock. Hello, Brock. I suppose your skills are needed. What's in Svartalfheim? With those rigs disabled, I can actually draw a full breath. With the mining rigs disabled, the bay is full of life again. Alfheim? What's there? Hello, Lunda. We've need of your services. Lunda, we could use you. Have you tried some of your other equipment? Don't think that's the right tool for the job. That's not working. Maybe try something else? Midgard. Almost missed it. Back to Midgard, I see. Never thought I'd want to go back to Midgard. Oh, Midgard. Midgard? Damn! Timing was off. Don't think we timed that right. Just need to get the timing down. Headed back to the city? Kratos, don't you have a way through that door? Found something good? A runic slate. It's incomplete. But you could use your chisel to finish it. You can't do anything with that yet, it seems. Another incomplete rune slate. The word hasn't appeared, There must be another slate somewhere close. Now to speak its power. The runic word appeared over there. See it? Now, the word. Now I just need to speak the word. Suna, fluga, mekin. Success. The gate is lowering out there. Is that a whirlwind? Skeithblathnir might be useful here. What manner of creature is that? Kratos, don't you want to bring Atreus with you for this? I saw Draugr, near the tower. Shouldn't be much of a problem. I need equipment. We're not finished yet. Let's see. I doubt those supports can be destroyed. We'll need to find a way to the other side if we're intent on lowering that bridge. What's the purpose of these mining rigs, Mimir? We can see inside the building through there. Do you see anything of value? Are we going or not? Mimir, regarding the Lungbacher, are those rune fragments? Look. Runic words. There should be a way to read them nearby. It's beautiful from up here. He saved our lives. It's the least we can do.
He had a choice! Don't you see it's over? There's no need for this! We've both been blinded by Odin! It doesn't have to end this way! Your fight is with me! Your words are misguided! Forgetting someone? This has to end!
This will do nicely. Impressive. Many thanks.
It's sigil magic! Perhaps my sigil arrows! Kratos! My sigils might counter hers!
She meant a lot to you. Let's learn what we can. Not for much longer. Let's find them.
It's Soundstone! Soundstone! What about my sonic arrows? Sonic arrows! Get out of its path! Shield strike! Get out of there! Interrupt her! Use your shield! Not today! So is this! And this is for mine!
Mimir, the large dwarf statue we saw? Who does it depict? Then there's no time to lose. We've all done things we weren't proud of. I can help. Why am I not surprised? A Hofgufa? I haven't seen one since I was a child. This would seem an unwise place to establish a shop.
A phantom! Rogue magic! Aim for the runic core!
The magic draining out of all of us has to end up somewhere. Porridge and honey. I wish I'd known sooner. If they are spirits with unfinished business, it's my responsibility to help them move on. The Sather can't be allowed to roam Vanaheim, for their sake as much as anyone else's. Then take me to it. Then we'll make her better, one way or another. Perhaps we should reassess our resources first. Yes. We weren't yet at war, but relations with the Vanir and Aesir had been hostile for ages. Freyr got it into his head that he could improve relations by sharing our magic with them. Vanir techniques for bountiful harvests, enough to feed their whole population. Getting set on fire was the thanks he got. He saved our lives. It's the least we can do. No. He failed you. Freyr certainly wasn't the same after that. At least for a while. His carefree ways were replaced with nightmares, paranoia, and lashing out. It doesn't excuse what he said at my wedding, but I do understand where his anger came from. Well, he was trying to improve relations with them by sharing our magic. Well, yes. It haunted him for a long time. Mimir, I never asked how it felt to lose your head. Merely curious. Shame.
I need my freedom! It attacks through realm tears!
Do you regret it, Mimir? Giving up your body? What about today? Okay. And you will remain curious. It's not my job to teach you everything, Mimir. You know, I would have beaten you earlier if Atreus hadn't been there. We could go again, find out for certain. I'll bet you wouldn't. What? Afraid I might accidentally hit you in the heat of battle? If you fancy a boot to the head, maybe. Do you have a massive giant's corpse for me to revive? Well, there you go. Wisdom, magic, ability to tolerate you for long periods of time. That works. You know, Freyr loved to breed Gulan pups in Vanaheim. I wonder if these two are the descendants of the Gulan he brought here long ago. Ever try flying in a sandstorm? I imagine Freyr showed the dark elves that Gulan could be trained to pull a plow. They must have found new uses for them once the sandstorm arrived. I imagine they're now bred to aid in traveling the surface. It would not go well for them. Once a predator becomes accustomed to a land, it is cruel to move them. Kratos, tell me of an adversary from your homeland. It will serve us well if I understand more of your battle tactics. And how did you defeat her? Which did you choose? Forget I asked. She's still incorporeal, ever since Kratos set her free of her corrupted form. But she hasn't let that stop her from helping any way she can. The truth is, I owe her more than I can repay. Is that how Odin liked to refer to the curse that kept me from defending myself? Would you like to know how that curse really worked? What it did to me? What it cost me to finally break it? That's correct. They were not. But yes, she did. Argued all the while I should let my anger go, but helped me just the same. Lead the way. I'm with you. Sounds like a plan. Let's go. I'll have your back. Impossible to say. She's on a mission spanning the realms in search of our lost sisters. Our hope is if she can bring their incorporeal spirits to Vanaheim, we can find a way to restore them to uncorrupted forms. I do not answer to Frigg. Odin used that little pet name to separate me from my heritage in the eyes of the Aesir. I wish I could make everyone forget it. Kratos, tell me more of your homeland. Sounds no different from these lands. And how is it you two know each other? I'm sorry? Close enough, I suppose. I'm fine. What? Oh. Thank you? Hello, Lunda. I thank you. Oh. Thanks for collecting that. Can't believe we missed this. Good thing we didn't miss this. I quite agree. She's an impressive young woman. She was apparently quite eager to learn from all the Valkyries. Now that she has Mjolnir, I expect her next stop will be to begin training with Sigrun. Magic is bound to the earth. When your homeland died, your powers probably went with it. Freyr's sword. I'm glad he got it back. Not quite. It couldn't be stolen. It had to be given freely. Freyr had it forged in his younger days, imbued with its own motives and passion. For centuries he swore he would only ever set it down, in death or upon meeting the love of his life. Both he and the sword were romantics, you see. Oh, with embarrassing speed. Me too. My little fool. A perk of the Jofer. It's a question every parent must grapple with sooner or later. It's strange. There are still signs of the world serpent all over the lake, but we saw him disappear at Ragnarök. When Jormungandr attacked Thor in Asgard, it seemed personal somehow. But there's no way they could have met before that, is there? You mean Atreus placed some other giant soul into him? Someone who already hated Thor to begin with? We don't need to talk about her. We just need to find her. Gná pledged loyalty to Asgard long ago, and our friendship ended soon after. I made a choice. One she couldn't accept. Kratos, she hates me. She will be a problem for us. Better we find her than she finds us. Who? Oh, yes. One of the many occasions Odin saw fit to involve me in a wager without my consent. I wish I could say that was the worst of his husbandly habits. There isn't that much to tell. I knew nothing of it at first, surely because Odin didn't expect to lose the bet. A mysterious mason had to build the entire wall in 3 turns of the season. And if he was late, he'd be owed nothing. But if he succeeded, he was promised an audience with the queen. Or so I learned one day when Odin burst into our bedchambers, raging and half-drunk before noon, telling me to get dressed and go see what the mason wants. So off I went, not knowing what had truly been promised or expected, dagger stashed in my robe for emergency. And this mason, this giant in disguise, he just smiled to see me. And as you said, he whispered in my ear. He said the Aesir had killed his father, and he needed to know that one day they'd burn for it. I pointed out I was Aesir now too, technically. He gave me a look, as if he somehow knew better, and continued. He said he'd built in a structural flaw behind the Asgard Realm Tower. We don't. He said Surtur would know what to do, and if Surtur's approaching Asgard's wall... Yes. All right. Yes. And built it he did. That's right. Well, Yes, he did. It did. Well, to begin with, it wasn't his first arrival. Very few know this, but Freyr was one of the earliest visitors to Alfheim, back in the dawn of realm travel. We believed for a long time that all the giants had died in the flood, until one of them appeared in Vanaheim. Her name was Gerth, and she came offering to teach us the secrets of traveling between realms using Bifrost light. Freyr became immediately infatuated with her. He always yearned to wander, and along came someone who could truly show him how. So, wander they did, exploring the world tree from root to branch. But one day, it came time for Gerth to wander away. Freyr was heartbroken, and resolved himself to perform some great feat to win her back. He set his aim on the grandest of gestures. He intended to be the first to find the elusive source of Bifrost light, and he succeeded, although quite by accident. Freyr believed he navigated best while fortified by a potent blend of Vanir herbs. When he wandered, he wandered. And he managed to wander from the world tree directly into the Lake of Souls. The elves have never seen anybody come out of the lake before, so it got some attention. I don't know whether he worked his charms at that point or they just assumed him to be a great deity. But of course, he hadn't made this journey in search of responsibility, so he didn't stick around long. Still, the legend of his manifestation was passed along through the ages. It even endured after the Great Division, remembered by light and dark elf alike. So when at last he returned, he was uniquely situated to gain the trust of both sides and help to create a truce. The problem was, both sides trusted only him. So the peace could only last as long as he stayed around to keep it. And with the long war dragging on without an end in sight, I suppose making any kind of peace was an irresistible notion for him, even if it meant having to rule. Well, that's right. Yes, Gerth. Yes, Gerth. Someone he could wander with as never before. It did for him. Well, Freyr thought big. He did indeed, by doing what he did best, wandering around in a veritable herbal stupor. It's true. Essentially so. He did make a lasting impression. That's correct. And both sides trusted him. It's true. But as the only one both sides trusted, the peace depended on him. Mimir, there's something I wanted to ask you about. Hildisvini told me about your visit to secure Hel's army, but was reluctant to elaborate when it came to negotiating with Hrasfelger. Retire? Hel's eagle wants to retire? Can she even do that? Not be Hel? Not exactly an office many would wish to occupy. Well, I'm sorry I asked. Mimir, now that we have a moment, can I ask you about your mission to Helheim with Hildisvini? Were you serious before, Mimir? Hrasfelger truly wishes to retire? So let me see if I understand. We're expected to find someone to relieve Hrasfelger and become Hel? So how are we supposed to find someone willing to take Hrasfelger's place in Helheim? Seems like a thankless job. So, how worried should we be, Mimir, about the Hrasfelger situation? But I can finish that another time. What is this path? You jumped? Evidently. The Temple of Light is certainly gaudier than I remember it. I won't lie. I expected legions of light elves, and yet none are present here now. Then we should be able to explore at our leisure. The elves have abandoned the Temple of Light at long last. How long will the peace last? Before another incursion into the temple occurs. The light of Alfheim. I know. I wouldn't try to touch it. Not in a million winters. I'm no fool.
Rot! This way! There's still time. We have to... No! Now what? Incoming! We should head for the flaw behind the Asgard Tower. Without Ragnarök, it's our only chance to break through the wall. Let's pray I was wrong. Sounds desperate.
It was. Odin's new Valkyrie queen is Gna. This complicates things.
This way! Jormungandr!
They sound eager. Good.
Look out! Oh, no! Damn it! We're getting nowhere! The Einherjar return from Valhalla as quickly as we kill them! Attack! Too late for that!
Here they come!
Got it!
It's truly an honor to be among a very select few. So this is Jotunheim. Indeed. Your giant stuff magic is truly a marvel. It won't. Ahem. You're a cherished ally, Angrboda. I hope we cross paths again. Farewell, Angrboda. Your work is beautiful.
Ah!
The source of the magic that binds me to Midgard. We're going to find it and destroy it. I crafted a protection ward that'll keep me from being pulled out of the realm. It should hold until I find what I need. I know. That's why I still might kill you when this is over. The other curses grew weak from Fimbulwinter, but I still needed help to break them. This one is held strong. I don't recall asking you to come along. And what makes you think that? Freya is not a part of this. We should take your sled and head to the lake. I don't know what you're looking for out here, but when you want to find the Norns, we'll need to get back to your wolf sled. Better they get this from you. Their fur is matted. When did you last brush them? And matted fur leads to disease. Take care of them and they'll take care of you. Once the wolves have the scent of the Norns, we'll just need to follow their lead. You didn't tell me you had a death prophecy? But you aren't dead. I see. You've never struck me as someone who fears death. That's not the problem, is it? Then maybe it's not the future that bothers you. Faye sent you on your journey, and she made sure you'd see that image at the end of it. And you're still not sure why. Watch the wolves closely. See how their heads point the way? We get on the sled and let the wolves guide us. Oh, that's because they believe Kratos is responsible for Fimbulwinter, and that killing him will end it. From me, of course. She speaks highly of that fight as well. She told me all about it when she found me. She believed you could be an ally. Long before I believed it. Doesn't take a love goddess to see where you're coming from. I'm the Valkyrie Queen, as Sigrun was stubbornly determined to remind me. That's the most dangerous and irresponsible thing I've ever heard. These Norns have no such magic, nor does anyone in these realms that I've ever seen. You know, Sigrun speaks highly of your great battle as well. Mimir, the way you still speak of Sigrun, it doesn't take a love goddess to see where you're coming from. You were asking about the thread we're tracking. As I was saying, the Norns' home is called the Well of Earth. I was telling you about the Well of Earth, where the Norns dwell. When you enter the Norns' domain, it can be disorienting. You were asking about my last visit to the Norns. They did. Kratos, did you really kill your homeland's fates and use their powers to go back in time? Well, I hope you didn't come seeking the Norns, hoping to travel in time again. This is the right area, but we can't go further on the sled. The way forward is magically sealed. Something in here is giving it power. Let's keep looking. This way. I feel a trace of their illusions here. I can try to dispel it. Opnaz. There's nothing here. I'm afraid so. We'll have to see what else the wolves can find. They know we're searching. I warned you they wouldn't make it easy. Distraction? Coincidence? Who knows? I suppose they'd say we were fated to find it. Is that a frozen lightning bolt? I don't know how you expect to find the Norns without letting the wolves lead us there. It isn't that I mind walking, of course. But if we use your sled, your wolves could follow the scent of the Norns and take us to them. Isn't that why we're out here? Search where you please. Just know this is not where the Norns are. I hope you know what you're looking for. This is not the direction the Norns are in. The Norns have no presence this way. This way won't get you to the Norns, to be clear. Whatever you're after this way, I'll back you up. But when you want to find the Norns, we'll need to go back to the sled. This way will take us to my old home. But the Norns are not this way. We won't find the Norns through a mystic gateway. When you want to find the Norns, we'll return for the sled. Are we holding off looking for the Norns? Only your wolves can help us find the Norns. Something you need to do before we find the Norns? Let's find your wolves. Get back to tracking the Norns. If you're ready to find the Norns, let's get back to your sled. Time we find the Norns? I'm sure your wolves can get us there. It's not somebody's life if that's what you mean. The Norns use it to mark their way when they're outside of the well. No. The Well of Earth, their home, is hard to explain. It's in no fixed place. Entrances come and go. A place wholly under their influence, where the intangible becomes tangible, like being inside your own mind. To be honest, the details are hazy, like waking up from a dream. Mainly, I remember that nothing could be done to change my son's fate, which only made me more determined to try. This is the area. Let's see. I feel something. In this direction. Another illusion. It's coming from this wall. The Norns are hiding something. You can ask that of the Norns, if we find them. Over here! Kratos! I feel the Norns over here. Are you ready? Opnaz. Now then. Ready to meet the Norns? Nothing. Another dead end. That's all of them. You know, this search will only get more dangerous. The wolves have picked up another trail. Keep following their heads. I'm all for exploring the area, but to be clear, it's down there we'll find the Norns. I don't feel anything. It's not related to the Norns. Up to you. Yes. Follow me. This is the place. We need to work our way up. This way. There. Can you cut a way through the ice? No. I think the water just froze. I didn't tell them to be here. I concur. The Norns are further up. I don't know what the Norns did to trick all these raiders into guarding them. Not that they have any idea that's what they're doing. The sooner we find your son, the sooner you'll be able to focus. I just hope it works. Okay. I feel something. It's stronger this time. Over here. You can ask that of the Norns, if we find them. This way. Opnaz. We found it. It means we've stepped into their domain. Be ready for anything. Projections, possibly. But assume nothing. There's no telling what manner of creature they've made unwitting guards. This place almost looks familiar. But different. Like a confused memory. I hate to tell you, the parts in your mind will be real too. The Norns are somewhere in that cave just ahead. Don't credit your reputation, Mimir. They see the whole lives of any who approach them. Anyone ever tell you that you babble when you're terrified? My boy. Baldur, listen to me, please. Wait! Baldur, come back! Talk to me! No! Didn't feel much like succeeding, or it was never there. She must be theirs. I'll ask her. Nicely. Easy, girl, easy. That's right. Good. Get on. That might not be her favorite subject. We're here, happily. Wait. That tree. It's a charged object, significant to Odin. Perhaps I'll find a use for it. You're wrong to dissuade him, Mimir. You know Heimdall. And so loyal, Odin entrusted him with Gjallarhorn. If we have the chance to eliminate him before Ragnarok, we shouldn't hesitate. Why should you? Apparently my tendency is to kill the ones I love. I don't need you to comfort me. Either of you. The truth can be a cruel thing. Anyone care to argue with that? That's the wrong way up if you want to get out of here. I suspect there's unfinished business here at the lake, though I'm certainly happy to spend time somewhere other than Midgard. Welcome back. Hildisvini informed me of your success. We've been planning accordingly. Better than that, they are reborn. Corporeal and uncorrupted, thanks to no small amount of Vanir magic. They're shield maidens now. He came through. The elves called a truce to unite against Asgard. That gives us an advantage by air, and with Hel's army for a vanguard. We haven't heard from him. But there's time yet. And I think we have what we need to clear a path for the Ragnarok beast. If the towers are the way in, we count on them being the way out. Then we all know what we signed up for. Our plan is only missing one thing. A leader. I held his invading army to a stalemate. This is our invasion, a siege on his terrain. I want our most experienced wartime general in the field. I don't care about the honors. I don't care about the prophecies and champions. I just need us to win. I know what I'm asking. Just sleep on it. Here we are. Kratos, your tent is to the right, and Atreus, yours is to the left. A young warrior needs his own space, don't you think? Sleep on what we spoke of. Let me know in the morning what you decide. I miss anything? Spare us your gloating. No, but I do envy you. I've calculated every risk I've ever taken, tried to mitigate all the ways it could go wrong, and still, it all falls apart. You just throw yourself into situations in harm's way, and somehow it always works out for you. You always end up all right with that stupid grin. Yeah, funny you should be so hard on him, Freyr, since you inherited his wanderlust, especially in times of importance. Know anything about the frozen dragon? The things he put you through. General, I'm pleased to see you awake. It was his choice. I couldn't take that from him. The family I thought I had was taken from me piece by piece. But there's comfort in the family I've chosen. Your mother was right, you know. You grew into that bow after all. You are a formidable warrior, but even more than that, you have a good heart. Nothing you've endured has changed that. I'm so proud of the man you've become, Atreus. You should. I appreciate the concern, but I wish to be alone right now. Where to first? Or investigate those pieces of Asgard?
Falky!
Someone's out here. Which is? Do you hear that? Someone's crying. Your analytical mind knows no bounds. This place goes deep. We should head downward. Let's continue. Might be something useful inside. If the Einherjar survived Ragnarök, perhaps some of the inmates did as well. Recognize him, Mimir? I'd say information, but why keep them locked up afterward? Why not just kill them? Looks like a traveler. Wait, that can't be. Lord Tyr, the realms are at last free of him. You're safe. Come. You need real shelter. Food. Very well. Our home is in the realm between realms for the moment. You can find us there when you're ready. Our paths will cross again. Of that I'm sure. Makes sense. If you're going to imitate someone, you wouldn't want them walking around. He must need them alive in order to assume their form. Where to now? I'm sure he wished the same. Of course. Let's go, Kratos. She's still alive, if you wish to speak to her. I did nothing. Freyr and his soldiers. Thank you. Talking. There are other ways to communicate. Tyr, of course. Do you hear that? Someone's crying. There must be a way to reach the lower levels. Just need to find a way down. That apparatus in the center column. Maybe we could use it. Your spear. You could use it to make a path. Odin hid something here. I know it. We should find a way to the cell on the other side. Can't help thinking we missed something. We should come back later. Explore the prison fully. What's the chain do, I wonder? Don't forget about the other chain. We might still need it to get deeper into the prison. Another chain. Shall we find out what this one does? Sorry. Things to do. Sorry. He does that. We'll catch up later. Wait. Did you say Odin invited him to Asgard and then he disappeared for 2 days? Don't underestimate Odin's powers of persuasion. He filled my son's head with lies. Why wouldn't he do the same with yours? Kratos, aren't you coming? We'll be back, Brock. You're sure he won't mind? Don't call me that. I haven't been that person in a long time. But I'm happy to see you too. I'd feared the worst for so long, what you must have been through. Yes. The only peace these realms will ever know is once Odin is gone. Believe in that. I'm here to make sure Odin doesn't hurt anyone, the way he hurt us. I truly thought we'd seen the last of Tyr. Perhaps there really is cause for hope. If you have business in other realms before speaking to your son, I'll join you. It's been so long since I could travel at will. If you're traveling, I'm coming with you. I didn't fight for my freedom just to stay cooped up. Now, where are we going? Tyr, you're at the center of this. You always have been. That's why Odin imprisoned you in the first place. He's terrified of you. It's the truth. And not just because of prophecies. No one has ever united the realms as you once did. I know you feel that way now. I've lost myself before. More than once, but believe me, there is something beyond that. Purpose. Purpose is the path that leads you to yourself. If securing our justice is not your purpose, then find another. For your own sake. I've collected what we need to find the Norns. Shall we go? Well, I'll be in my room. I'll be in the study. Time to feed my plants. You know where to find me. When you're ready to seek the Norns, I'm with you. Just taking a moment. Neathhogue. I suspect we may have consequences to look forward to. I was just there and found no trace. If Odin invited him, he must have provided a way. I discovered some of their threads near the frozen lake. I stashed one for spellcrafting, but we may also use it to find them. Just remember, they really don't want to be found. You know, it's not enough to find a way to beat Heimdall. We also need a way to Asgard. I can't fathom what they have in mind, but if it's a weapon against Heimdall, we can use it. I wish you'd come with us, Tyr. Time to go. Now that you have a weapon to deal with Heimdall, we just need to find a way to get to him. You're getting ahead of yourself. Let's see if Sindri has had any luck. Did you ask Sindri about Asgard? I guess we'll have to come at this another way. You look terrible. Get some rest.
Atreus, watch out! This won't stop until I close that realm tear. Atreus, help keep them off me.
Lassa Rifa.
Lassa Rifa. Lassa Rifa. I need more power. Atreus, come help me with the spell. I'll show you how. Atreus, take the tear on the right. I'll talk you through it. I know! Break off and help me close these tears. Atreus! I can feel it! Just buy me time! Atreus, focus! Atreus, please!
I'll try to bolster our magical defenses in case they attack again, but I suggest you hurry. Try to rest, Yngvi. Let the herbs work. Well, that's certainly true. You always doubt your leadership, but that little army of yours proved more than valiant. Yngvi, you must rest. You understand? You must. Please, just stop talking. Patience. No, I said rest. Seems to help him, I guess. You envisioned us working together at a time it seemed impossible. It's a rare thing being able to imagine a better future. I'm glad you could. What's wrong with that? Maybe enjoy the silence after all you've been through. Freyr. Because you tapped it with a hammer. Dwarven magic makes no sense, so we have no choice. We find Surtur, sound Galahorn, and bring Odin to justice. Now. Kratos. What do you think? Unknown. But we're told it promises all the answers in creation. Still waiting for his day, as legend has it. If we can find him. Tyr, You know I respect your views. But you must allow for the possibility that war is the only way Odin can be brought to justice. For once, prophecy is on our side. All the elements are nearly in place for Groa's vision of Asgard's doom. Tyr, Galahorn, the wolf giants. If we can find Surtur, that's... Kratos, we're all eager to hear your thoughts on the matter. Enough, they're back. Kratos, what are your thoughts? I wonder if Sindri will ever come back. Can this place ever feel like a home after what happened here? Okay, I'll just say it. I'm getting a really terrible feeling from this place. Oh, it's what he always does. Brock, where are we? Guess we'll have to blast our way out. That barrel by the gate should do the trick. Ridiculing a culture you helped undermine. Classic Aesir. We may need to work together on this one. I think my sigil arrows can help. There. We keep cooperating, maybe someday it'll be Asgard in flames. Doesn't mean it's not your destiny. Not a thing. It's not his fault Atreus ran off, you know. Or are you just being Brock's champion? Can't the smartest man alive put it together? The giants conceal a mysterious figure who changes the fate of Ragnarök, and you're oblivious to the only rational candidate, the one who's fought wars against gods and won. Well, we're each entitled to our opinion. Where there's a gear like that, there's usually a chain somewhere. The sigil arrows should work with ice as well. These gates seem to be connected. I can't break the fixture with arrows alone. These gates seem to be connected. See if you can break that far fixture. Unusual surface here. Elvish, I think. It's open. We'll need to get one of those gates open. Do you think your axe would freeze the water? Then we could use the water to turn the wheel. That worked. Shall we? To open the other gate, we'll need to redirect the water. Maybe we missed something in the nearby rooms. It's plain to see Tyr's no war god anymore. Not killing gods you haven't. Or else what are we doing in this realm? Forging this weapon? Your choice. You know where it might lead. I know. I know. And we both know the places protecting your child can take you. A sigil arrow might help here, too. Careful! Those Grimm are possessed by nightmares. They'll be even more dangerous until we stun them. I think the switch you're looking for may be up there. Don't you think it's possible that's what your wife would have wanted? Let me know if I can help with that. Why don't we try a sigil arrow on the upper trough? Should help it stay frozen. We need to each hit the same spot for this to work. Look, I wasn't trying to provoke you or cast doubt on your marriage. It just seems to me your thoughts haven't caught up to your instincts yet. And I know something about that. When we get out of here, I'll give you some space. Let you think carefully about whether you're ready for what it means to make this weapon. And to use it. Meanwhile, I'll see what else I can learn while we're here. Maybe I'll send a few Einherjar back to Valhalla for good measure. We're killing all the Einherjar we can find, if that's any consolation. I came by and took out an Einherjar patrol. Area should be clear. Can't speak for the rest of town. Be on guard. I haven't cleared this area. This Durlin is an ally? Falky! Good timing! Let's see what Brock made you! Very nice! So that's the weapon? A drop near spear? Come on, I found a gate. We just need to take the train down. So tell me then, what's the new weapon? Interesting. Well, come on. We can discuss it on the train. As long as you remember we can't get home this way. We'll need to take the train down. So this Dropnir spear. You're prepared to use it? I guess a difference of opinion is hardly the most I'm setting aside for this alliance. As long as the plan is to kill Heimdall, the rest matters little. I thought I heard ravens. Damn it. What did he say? I saw a gateway near here, overlooking the bay. We can get to it with your spear, I think. This way. Likely at the funeral. This world is a darker place for your leaving it. Damn it. I should have changed. Sewn some mourning garb. We're not dressed properly. Perhaps. Thanks for trying. Hear that? I can feel the pull of the binding curse. Its source is further in. Follow me. This is a temporary alliance, Mimir. Anything beyond that would require trust. You're both as much a part of my suffering as anyone. Come on, let's find a way forward. Oh no. Something's wrong. My spell, I can feel it slipping. You don't understand, I'll be torn from the realm. Something I was hoping to avoid. Seems I don't have much choice. Falky! I recognize this market. Villages would meet and trade here. Why'd they never rebuild? That's one way of looking at it. Dwarves in Vanaheim? That would be something to see. Keep your guard up. Finally! In Vanaheim, yes. But there are more routes. She will guard them with her life. My sigils can amplify your attacks! Yes! Bring it down! Burn it off its perch! Use your blades! Burn it quickly! Your axe! Aim for my sigils! Couldn't your axe reach the sigil? No, your other weapon! You know what to do! Yes! It's working! Now that I am myself again, I suppose it's time to face my brother. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've had a choice. Let me live with that for a moment. We can take this way back to the camp. I can help with the vines. Yeah, that won't work. Now embed your blades into the glowing vines and light it. Okay. Fast learner. Oh, I'm sure he'd love nothing more than for everything to go back to how it was, leaving the responsibilities of leadership to me. My sigils can break through their shields! They're defenseless now! Send Odin my regards. Well, you learn to use what you have. It's not as though I want to be angry with Freyr. He's my brother. He was the most important person in the world to me, for half my life. More poison. You know what to do. These plants are the same as those we saw earlier. Frost should make quick work of their poison. I think we'll need to adjust our strategy since there's more than one. Let's try using a sigil. Now the sigil should hold the frost, even in the axe's absence. All right, it's frozen. Let's take care of the rest. Well, the sigils can't hold forever. Let's try again. Well done. I suppose that works too.
Watch out, those are wisps. Powerful manifestations of runic magic.
They're impervious to physical attacks. My arrows can disrupt their protection spell.
Could I ever think of this place as home again? After all that's happened.
Wait. Skull and Hadi are in Vanaheim? And look. The sunlight wakes the sleeping roots. See how they stretch to welcome the sun? Beautiful, no? A far cry from the sheets of Midgard snow I've grown accustomed to. The eastern migration. It's just as I remember it. At least the whole realm hasn't fallen to predators and occupiers. I guess there's still something to be fought for here. Something to defend even after so much damage has been done. Maybe that goes for Freyr, too.
You won't be able to damage it without destroying the mother. It's a large bulbous thing. You can't miss it.
I think you'd have better luck burning it.
I don't know. But giants definitely crafted it.
There's 2 wolves represented here. Perhaps a connection to our friends in the sky. A mystery for another time.
So much has happened since I last saw Freyr. I'm not even sure where to begin. An apology would be a start. I want to forgive him. I'd like to think he's changed. He's all I have left now. Did you ever apologize to Demos?
Now how to get across?
My sigil arrow should be able to carry the fire across the river to reach the bramble. Well, be glad you have a spouse to remember fondly. More Einherjar ahead. Be ready.
All my former spouse taught me was that there's no limit to the depths to which a soul can sink into darkness. Tricked me into marriage to spare my home and took my home just the same. Scattered my people to the wind. Maybe it's time somebody drew the line. Maybe it's time someone makes Groa's prophecy come true.
War is a terrible thing, Kratos. But some things are even worse.
I know. I raised a son, too. It may be hard to believe, but he was quite similar to Atreus at this age. He adored his father, always wanted to do right by him, and was constantly frustrated that no matter what he did, he never could seem to get his approval. He confided in me a lot, sought the comfort his father withheld. I wonder if your son could benefit from that, too. Oh, well, if Sindri has that covered, I suppose there's no need for me in his life anymore, is there? That was sarcasm.
You know, if Atreus rushes to Ragnarök, you may not be able to stop him. And if you fail?
Watch for the plants. They like me, but strangers not so much. I think I see the mother over on that outcropping.
Uh-huh.
So what's next for you, if not preparing for war?
Well, you may want to think fast unless you want someone to make that choice for you.
Those vines will not yield while the sun shines. They only retreat at night.
As I ever will be.
Very well. That's kind of you, Brock. I may do just that. Excuse me. Looks like we're heading out. I'm sorry. We have to go. Pardon me, won't you? We'll have to talk later. Until you're ready to go, I'll just chat with our new allies. If we're staying for now, I'll just see what I can learn around the camp. While we're here, I suppose I'll mingle. Would you mind repeating what you were saying? I'm sorry, what were you about to say?
May I ask, how did a traveler come to follow my brother?
That's Freyr, the Lord of Second Chances.
Thank you.
He's lucky to have you. Tell me about the camp dog.
She's a sweet girl.
If I may ask, do you miss Alfheim? Do you?
I appreciate your candor.
Of course. How rude of me. Thank you for sharing. Reinforcements working out okay, Yngvi? Well, I went to see the Norns again, frustratingly. But it's had me thinking about my tendencies, patterns. I just hope this time we're breaking ours. Doing something new. I did it. I went back to the site of my wedding. Faced some old ghosts. Oh, your position was quite clear. Yngvi, listen. I'm only trying to say, I closed a chapter today I thought I never could. Maybe every bit of anger and pain we can find a way to let go of is a gift we can give ourselves, you know? Yes, I'm coming. I remember where to look for a gateway. Follow me. It seems to me we share a common enemy. Kratos, you may not accept that Ragnarök is inevitable, but you're smart enough to know Odin is a threat. Whatever comes next, our best chance of surviving it is to work together. Do you agree? Not against you. Either of you. You have my word. This lock is different from others you might know. You'll need an enchantment on your chisel to use it. Bruna. Go ahead. Carve the letter. It's an incantation. I'll speak it. Su-na. Ugh. Is he always making puns like that? A trip to Alfheim? Well, we can decide at the gateway. This boat should get us there if we can clear those vines. Remember what to do? We're blocked by more vines. Remember what to do? My sigil arrow should help with those vines. With my sigils, your blade should burn right through those vines. There's a fallen log in the river. It has something on it I don't recognize. We're clear. So it's true. Tyr's really alive? How did you find him? To your home? Is it still standing? Odin was alone with your son? Did he tell you what they spoke of? The answers he's rushing into fate in search of. That's troubling. Well, if you're ready to talk to him, the Mystic Gateway is ahead. If not, I have some unfinished business up this river I could use your help with. If you want to continue exploring, we'll need to remove that log in the river. I think I see some soundstone on it. Good. We can explore the river now, and hopefully right some old wrongs.
You've got to use that shield! Protect yourself! Clear the area! Yes, be ready for anything! We can't let it draw energy! Interrupt it, quickly! Try throwing your axe! That did it! Here it comes! Don't get too close! It's claws! And don't let your guard down! We can't let it draw energy! Interrupt it, quickly! Try throwing your axe! That did it! It's weak! It won't last much longer! It's opening its stomach again! Get ready! I've shot a sigil into its stomach! You know what to do! My sigils! They'll amplify your attacks! Hit my sigil! It's the only way to stop her! It's going back in! I have to break his hold on me, and you are in the way! Lassarifa!
Kratos, Atreus. That eclipse was your doing, I take it. Thank you for coming. Bigvir used the diversion to escape. We know where they're holding him now. Bela's already prepped the explosives. If you're with me, we can leave as soon as you're ready. That's enough. Once you see the signal, count it down. Come, Kratos. We should get moving. We will leave you to it. Good. There's a shortcut to Njord's temple we can use in daylight. It's been empty for as long as I can remember. There's a celestial altar across the river. According to Bigvir, the altars were once used to signal the wolves, and now we have just the scepter to do it. When we reach the temple, I'll fire off the beacon, a signal for Bela and Birgir to set off their distraction. With their attention drawn elsewhere, you and I can assault the main force from behind. There's an altar we can use to call on the wolves up ahead. Yes. Once we see their beacon, we'll regroup by the river and escape on Freyr's boat. Here, a celestial altar. Try using the scepter on this. Kratos, over here. This standing bell inside the altar. Try dragging the scepter across the bell a few times. Come on, we're making good time. What are you doing? The bridge only grows in the daylight. I suppose they are grateful for the attention. Okay, you've seen them. Now call back Hottie and let's go. I take it you have notes. I know, and I don't care. I'm getting my brother back. You're under no obligation to help me. They've rallied more soldiers since our last visit. We don't know. This isn't the first time his group's been ambushed, but they've always managed to escape. Something's different now. Just make extra noise once the assault begins. If we distract them long enough, Hildisvini and Atreus will have more than enough time to get in and out undetected. Sounds like Helheim was fruitful. I'm glad, truly. The Norns were quite clear on the nature of prophecy. They told us the sum of our choices were predictable. But we have changed, haven't we? The Norns said you'd kill Heimdall, but you chose not to walk that path. Back when we first met, I doubt you'd have done the same. Odin has much to answer for. If Groa's prophecy is correct, perhaps my realm can finally know peace. Perhaps I can know peace. Gods, Mimir. The most annoying man alive. This way. More up ahead. On your mark. Careful, that's the Alpha. Tough fight. Maybe your spear can get us across. And she unwittingly paid the price. Odin used roots of the World Tree as part of his spell that kept me from leaving Midgard. Nidhogg protects the tree's roots, wherever they are. This is it. There's an altar behind these vines. Call on Hati, please. Call on Skoll, please. Hurry, Kratos. They're all waiting on us. Are you ready? I'm not leaving here without my brother. Freyr's hurt! We need to get him out of here! Kratos, we must hurry! We're almost there, Yngvi. Just hold on a bit longer. The other half is missing. May she protect us always. An old adage, if you will. It's a denouncement from my people, placed during my wedding. An old Vanaheim lullaby. A statue of my brother. How quaint. A monument to Freyr. I wonder if he ever saw this. What purpose does all this serve, other than a testament to my brother's vanity? I'm grateful to see Freyr remembered this way. But what purpose does all this serve? He didn't create a truce through diplomacy alone. His godhood, his very presence is what healed this land and allowed peace to take root. But once he left, he had to have known what would happen. Strange. These crystals contain their own light. Ugh. You said monuments are useless. Why restore this one? That did something. Down there. The ring of crystal shards glow. Even when Freyr was actually here, the peace was fragile. Surely a bit of extra light in the desert isn't enough to make it last. Perhaps the elves will find peace again one day, even without Freyr's guidance. I only hope his guidance will last this time. Perhaps there's a third crystal somewhere in this area. Light elf architecture. It's massive. What are they keeping back there? Something is coming, and it's not happy. Ready. A drake! What on earth was a drake doing back there? I remember when Freyr and I traveled to this realm as children. The desert was healthy and full of life back then. I can't help but fear that era has ended for good and our efforts here are futile. That's unusually optimistic of you. Keep a lookout for a cave! The other half Gufa must be under there! I see an entrance! I hope Freyr will appreciate our work here in the desert. I wonder if he knows how poorly this realm has fared in his absence. Freyr never saw how poorly these lands fared in his absence, did he? He would appreciate our efforts out here. Or a duet, once this Hofgufa is free. This architecture. It is not of the Dark Elves. Could I reach it from down here? No effect. Perhaps a different arrow. This kind of hive material is sensitive to sound. How odd. When I last came here with you and Atreus, I assumed the absence of Alfheim's light was an aberration. I didn't realize it was covered by hive matter. That's quite the empathetic perspective, Mimir. More hive, but denser. Too thick for that. Maybe the Twilight Stone on the ground will help. Well, there you go. Light elves? Light elves don't often travel underneath the barrens, do they? Well, at least they tried. I hope freeing these Hofgufas will allow them to breed again. It was a dazzling display once. The skies of Alfheim filled with their song, trying to protect their children from a harsh world. I can relate. That dense hive is blocking the way. There must be a way past. Look there. That hive doesn't like sound, remember? I wonder if these two comprehend the choice they face once freed. The life cycle of the Hofgufa. In order to breed, they must pass on their light to their children. I suppose that's all any of us can hope for in the end. That our death has purpose. That we can live on through our children. Well, given another chance, I know what choice I would make. There must be a way over there. There's some Twilight Stone. Good. Almost there. Well done. Time to set it loose. Does it? Kratos, is this a story meant to ease my grief? I appreciate the sentiment, but, well, your stories, I wouldn't exactly call them a comfort. It's okay. Finish your story, Kratos. Well, at least it's a relatable story. Time to end this storm. I'm not, am I? And now neither are they. Incredible. Thank you, Kratos. This land sings once more. We've done good here. I look forward to exploring Alfheim and not having to fight elves. They've united, haven't they? What possible reason would they have to attack us? But why? Freyr united them. They fought together at Ragnarök. We're going to Alfheim. He's got a kind heart. From his mother, I assume. I'm sure my brother would know. He loved this realm. I'm sure he blames me for having to leave. My brother would have known. Freyr loved this realm. I'm sure he blamed me for having to leave. I know that. But I can't fault him for wanting to protect his family, even at the cost of plunging this realm back into war. What are these tendrils? Far different from the hive I remember as a child. I suppose we all have. Perhaps a different angle could cut all three at once. When I was Atreus's age, this desert was home to all manner of life. Have you seen any large creatures in your travels out here? And where would that be? Gulon in Alfheim? I've never seen such obedience in Gulon. There is some kind of magic at work here. Perhaps we could make use of the sled you just ignored. How do you hope to find anything in all this? Look there! An entrance to the caves! There! Perhaps the injured animal is inside. I don't see a way past this gate. Not while the storm rages. Lead the way, Kratos. I trust you to not get us lost underground. These poor elves, blinded by hate, lashing out at everything and everyone for their fate. Oh, trust me, I know. Still, I wish it were not the case. Strange how you'd rather bring me along for this task instead of your own son. An odd way to No. I am in no position to judge. This creature Atreus heard, why wait until now to free it? A shame. I imagine Atreus would have enjoyed a quest to free an injured animal. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to twist the knife. Perhaps the other side will give you a better angle. A lower angle should work. If I may, have you asked Atreus why he feels the need to hide things from you? It isn't supposed to. The boy is allowed to have secrets. All children do. Of that I have no doubt. Still, they are his to bear. I wish I had your confidence with my own son when he was Atreus's age. Baldur craved adventure, but with the words of the Norns repeating in my head, you overcame it, eventually. Yes. Perhaps if Odin had loved his children as much as he loved using them, both would still be with us. Freyr kept many secrets as well in his youth. He and Atreus were much alike. Oh yeah, with a compulsion to help those in need. That was partly what led him to Alfheim in the first place, and why he stayed so long. He is deciding which path to take. It may not be the path you choose for him, but ultimately, it's his path to walk. Atreus reminds me more of Freyr in his youth than of Baldur, his sensitivity, his compulsion to help any and all in need. Faye's influence runs deeper than that. Why do you think you're the one assaulting a cave full of hostile dark elves to save a wounded creature? This way, perhaps. There's an explosive over here that could be of use. See that explosive? Setting it off could help. It is odd to watch you, of all people, go to such effort to help this injured creature. Right. Atreus has influenced you, has he not? Conditioned you to help those in need? You should trust that you've influenced him in turn. And his voice told you to come out here? You've said it yourself. Atreus takes after his mother. His approval is her approval. A Hofgufa. I haven't seen one since I was a child. That howling. It sounds familiar. That must be the cause of the storm. There must be a way to cut it loose. If we can clear those rocks away, we might get the right angle. That helped. We've cut it loose. But it can't seem to escape. How in the realms did they capture such a large one? Even though it's bound by their hive? But if this is true, are we doing more harm than good by destroying this hive? No. Freyr would appreciate our efforts to ease the harshness of these lands. We should free it. No. Freyr would have wanted us to do everything in our power to restore this realm. We will free it. Here! You should be able to cut this part away and free the Hafgufa! The storm is gone. The song of the sands has returned to Alfheim, albeit somewhat diminished from how I remember it as a child. You look forward to telling him. It is not too late to avoid my mistakes. Your son must walk his own path, but you can still guide him. And I will help you, however I can, for his sake. You gave him a gift, allowing him to walk his own path. I know that wasn't easy. He is the best of us. Much of the sand has been cleared away, but another storm rages beyond that pass, which must mean... What is that name? I can tell you're making a joke, but I lack the proper context. Odd. It looks as though the Light Elves sealed off this section of the Barrens. Why? My, that is lucky.
These ruins! Something odd about them!
A Light Elf statue in the desert. Odd. I don't see any signs of battle, just the end of one. Elven ruins. Empty. I admit I feel let down. An elven library. No sign of the Light Elves. All this knowledge of their ancestors, their shared history, poetry, just sitting here. Forgotten. What a waste. Taking a page out of Odin's book. Perhaps the dwarves can unlock it for him. I'm impressed. Thought you were going to end her.
You spared her! Why? Never too late to learn from your own mistakes! Well done!
All those Light Elves down in the mausoleum. She killed them. She's gone. Light Elf graves. An entire mausoleum. Light Elf graves. An entire mausoleum. But why here and not in the temple? A tribute. Made by the elves for my brother. He must have found it too painful to keep. Used in many of Freyr's blessings, I imagine. A badge of honor. The elves made a few of these. They'd hang them up outside their dwellings. Show their support for my brother. That's all my brother's tributes. Do what you will. If Freyr didn't bother taking them when he left Alfheim, he wouldn't mind us selling them to the dwarves. Where's she run off to? Jealous? More of Helka's tracks. Helka! Heal! Must be something she needs to show us.
Helka, wait!
Don't know what I expected. What do you want us to see, Helka? Guess we'll find out. The flare. That must be Birgir. She must want us to rescue him. Thank you, Helka. I gathered. Return to the camp, girl. We will find Birgir. Didn't think you'd be one to mount a rescue mission. The others were frightened of this place. We should be cautious.
Dragon!
Wait. I know where we are. This used to be one of the most thriving settlements in the realm. I don't know. It's been lifetimes since I've been here.
The signal! Birgir's still alive!
Birgir's held out for quite a while. Impressive.
The flare! We're headed the right way. Look! Another flare! That's where Birgir must be taking cover. Another signal. We're close.
This is the first I've seen of it. How can this be? So many lives would have been lost. Maybe there are answers there in the crater. Up there, an eventide altar. In case we need to move the sun. Should we use the eventide altar before we leave? Good. Now we may control the time of day. We can't get through. Not in daylight.
The dragon hasn't forgotten about us. Dragon! Careful, dragon! The dragon's returned! It's back! It retreats! It's leaving! It's heading back to its roost! It's flying back! It retreats.
This ravine is far too big to cross. We'll need to find another path to reach Birgir. A bolt of lightning. But frozen. They fought here. Thor and your wife. Most dragons are territorial. This one seems no different. Dragons. Brutal. Territorial. Never liked them. Yes, well, you love some children more than others.
Nowhere to go now!
Now, where's Birgir? We could say the same. You nearly sacrificed yourself for us. Did he not, Kratos? I'm sorry, Birgir, but... Freyr... He's gone. He fell. At Ragnarök. How did you manage to survive that fall? Now that he's safe, we may leave. But it seems there's much to be done in this crater if you wish to explore.
We must force it to land! Throw your weapon! We can't damage it from here! We should lure it to its den!
Is it? There's the fallen fragment of Asgard ahead. What do you think we'll find? Looks like debris from Asgard didn't just fall in Midgard.
Your master is no more! Be at peace!
Have it your way, then. Only if we do nothing. The realms will never heal if they remain. Only one way to find out. So, Odin's oppressive ways have finally ended. Yes. Perhaps the realms may finally find peace and healing. Lead the way, god of war. We will follow. You have an interest in botanicals now? Kratos, the flower. No time for picking flowers, We'll come back for the flower later. I'd like to grab that flower. Kratos, we're forgetting something. A flower. Beautiful. Look, a flower. Look at you, little one. Despite everything, you survived. Wait. A flower. A flower. Give me a second. Hold on. I see something. Incredible. Milkweed, sparkthorn, a dawn bloom, an ash petal. I don't know. A gardener, perhaps? Dreamshade is difficult to keep alive even under the best conditions, but this... He gave all his strength to keep it alive. It is not of Midgard. Some things just take time. Soul blossom, star blush. Well, that's it. We've found the rarest flowers from the 9 realms. I won't be returning there anytime soon, not when there's so much to do. But thank you for offering. I just might. Lassa Rifa. That should do it. But I'm sure our work is far from over.
You need to keep them away or I can't focus! When you're ready to try again, let me know!
I see another realm tear from Garm. Shall we close it? There's another of Garm's realm tears nearby. That's a realm tear, all right. From Garm. Are we going to close it? Another piece of Garm's handiwork. Perhaps another time. We can come back later. I suppose it'll be there when we get back. We will return then.
I need more room to work! We can resume when you're ready! We almost had it! We can begin again when you're ready!
I think that's our cue to go. I'm up for closing the rest if you are, Kratos. Atreus would be happy to know we tied up some of his loose ends. We'll be going then. Thor. He never was one for the arts. Another gravestone. But this one's intact. Another gravestone, like we found while searching for the Norns. But this one's intact. Did these warriors wrong you at some point, Mimir? You're quite agitated, even for you. Leira. I've never heard of it. Your former home, I assume. Our gear. Think it'll hold up? Kratos, look. An encampment. Kratos. A raider encampment. These were coal raiders. Infamous for. That was... kind of you. The coal raiders have been a blight on this land. The way they've abused its creatures. Perhaps we should do something about them. Something is frightening them. Shall we clear them out? Show the wolves there's nothing to fear? Another coal raider camp. Kratos, we should do something about them. Poor things. They can smell more danger. The horrors of our past can be inextricable from the present. You have to understand that. What? You're opting for a stealthy approach now? Look, another coal raider camp. We should do something about them and put your wolves at ease. I grow tired of your lack of empathy for your own wolves. You see yourself in these wolves, in their fear. The last coal raider camp must be nearby. Kratos, there's another encampment over there. Kratos, their chieftain! The chieftain. Was he the one who captured the wolves before you freed them? Regardless, they should draw some comfort from his death. Girls, small mercies. That must be Tyr's helmet from his statue. Isn't that the spear from Tyr's statue? Isn't that the spear from Tyr's statue? Oh, that's astute of the elves. Tyr never sought war, but he knew he had to be ready for it. Look! Over there! I remember the Jotnar crafting these bracers for Tyr's statue. They chose only their most talented and accomplished to do the job. Look, there's some debris over there. I'm guessing from Tyr's poor statue. Tyr used to talk about how heavy the cost of war was compared to its bounties. He felt like it was his responsibility to avoid it. I always admired the love Tyr inspired. You said you and Thor caused that? Ouch. You and Thor caused that? It's just like the one in Vanaheim. You said you and Thor caused that? It's like the one in Vanaheim. Your axe and Thor's hammer clashing leaves impressive destruction. You miss it? The realm travel room. This place has seen better days. Kratos, do you remember when I brought you and Atreus in here for the first time? Seems like lifetimes ago. The oarsmen. Ugh. A monument to conquerors. What's that outpost? How strange. I've never seen that building before. Wait. The shield that's blocking the entrance. It looks exactly like the one from Tyr's statue. There must be a way of moving it aside. You won't believe it, Mimir. This crest belongs to Fjoturlund. So this outpost is what's left of Fjoturlund. Sigrun spoke of growing up with these people before she joined the Valkyries. Is that all she told you, Mimir? You really put her on a pedestal. If you say so. Well, that was unexpected. Crafty way to keep a place hidden. So this outpost is what's left of Fjoturlund. Sigrun told me stories about growing up here as a mortal in Midgard before she joined the Valkyries. The vault is locked, of course. Mind getting the door? Mimir, does this look like an abandoned treasury to you? It's Sigrun's family crest. Looks like a vault door to me. Too bad we don't have any keys. That key we found in another part of Sigrun's kingdom. Think it'll unlock it? Mimir, look. Another Fjoturlund marking. Another marking. Like the one in the treasury. All these bones. You know, Mimir, if you want to take a tour of her kingdom, you might not like everything you find. Yes, there certainly are. Kratos, I think I see a key. It could be to the vault in the treasury. Is that a key? Look. The other half of the vault key. Look. The other half of the key. Mimir, what did those runes say? Oh, come, Mimir. You really didn't think you were her first love, did you? Oh, Mimir. Sigrun and her brother had issues over that. Maybe she liked the way you saw her. There's Fjoturlund's treasury. We can enter the vault now. Dead on the throne. Huh. Kratos! Oh no. Here sits Prince Dagr. I can't believe he's still here. Sigrun's brother. She was in love. Foolish, deadly mistakes come with the territory. It was not my story to tell. There are those runes again. Wonder if they hold any more secrets from Sigrun's past. Mimir, you want to talk about it? You sound jealous. More runes. They probably hold more of Sigrun and her kingdom's history. The world's smartest man would avoid knowledge? What was so vile in those runes, Mimir? There's something inside, but we can't reach it with the shield there. There must be a way to move that shield. Kratos, there must be a way for us to move that shield. Doesn't look like you can brute force it. Could we climb the shield, maybe? Seems wedged into the rocks. Could be useful. Delightful sound. I don't think that's working. With the shield in the way, it won't go any farther. I see. You intend to stop the shield partway through its movement. Clever. Is there a way back up? Looks like you could still climb the shield. Or no? We may be able to freeze both gears. Perhaps sigil arrows may help us freeze the gears. Well done. Now we just need to open the gate. Well done. Looks like you'll have to get through the gate faster. Well, that's inconvenient. I'm locked out. Could you open the gate from there? Together again. Looks like there's a staircase on the other side. There must be another way around. The staircase must be under this other statue. You've got godlike strength. Maybe you could move the statues? There it is. The other staircase. Another crane. Shame they didn't leave that one over this gap. There must be some way to move it. I think you've got it in the correct position. Seems it can't rotate through the rock. Seems it only rotates in the other direction. Well done. Another sign from Fjoturlund, Mimir. Rude. Oh, sure. Could be worth pulling on those chains. No? There must be another way forward. Maybe those chains have something to do with it. Oh. If the shield were to stop in the middle, the gate would be accessible. See that? My arrows can't go through walls, I'm afraid. An abandoned camp. What did you find? Let's take a look at the ingredients. Perhaps the recipe will lead us to them. Looks like initials. Do they match the ones in that recipe book you found? I'm not familiar. Another carving from Yari and Somer. More carvings from Yari and Somer here. Another carving. The last ingredient in the recipe. And less lonely. We could take them back to the cauldron in Midgard. Oh? How'd they manage to reach Jotunheim? What did you find? A seed of Yggdrasil? The what? With Atreus? Then we should find the other half of the seed. See where it leads. The broken Muspelheim seed is now complete. We should find a mystic gateway. Perhaps we'll find Surtur's combat challenges. Muspelheim. I thought the climate would be pleasant after Midgard's winter. I was wrong. This area seems inactive. What?
Get ready! Let's go! Here they come! Prepare yourself! It's time! I'm ready! This won't take long! No more waiting! Come on! Time's nearly up! We have to hurry! Don't have much time! Running out of time! Time's running out! Not many left! They're almost through! We've almost got 'em! Last ones! There can't be much more!
Great. Well done, Kratos. Expertly done. Impressive. Not bad.
We're nearly through! Not much longer! Just hold on, we're almost through this! Nearly there! Almost finished!
Which challenge should we undertake? You choose the trial. We could always warm up first. The choice is yours. Kratos, a chest appeared. The chest, Kratos. Might be worth opening. Just a lull. Stay alert. Catch your breath. A lull. It won't last. They'll be back. Another wave down. We won't have long. Prepare for the next wave. They'll come again with greater force. A moment of calm. Appreciate it while it lasts. You all right? Yes. This is kinda calming in its own way. You and Atreus completed trials like these before? Rest. Regroup. Again. We can always return another time. This is an obstacle. Nothing more. We might rethink our approach. Our equipment or our tactics. One's gotta change. This is good training. At least we're still alive. The ground's reacting to us. Something's changed. The metal's flowing towards the center. We told it to move. It said that the weapons of Muspelheim retain the memories of those they kill, even after they're melted down. No, let's go find out. It won't listen to us. Not until we complete the other challenges. You don't have to sound so surprised. Look, the runes on the ground. The same ones from the other arenas. They must be connected. We completed the challenge, but there's more here we haven't seen. Could there be other arenas? That was fun. We still haven't seen everything this area has to offer. There could be another arena. We've seen all the arenas and completed them. Maybe something's changed in the main chamber. We've fought well, and so the rewards match. I might actually like this place. You feel that? We haven't killed all of them. There's another enemy somewhere here. Let's find them. Keep moving! Move! Meaning, then we should try completing them in a different order. See what changes. Then we should try completing them in a different order. See what changes. We've outdone ourselves. Celebrate your victories, Kratos. Nobody else is going to do it for you. The steel's reacting to us. That sword, it wasn't there before. The sword. It's inactive. Perhaps it needs more molten metal sent to it. Let's check the other arenas again. There's a rune on that sword. Maybe it's connected to the inactive blade we saw. We should complete the sword's challenge. The rune disappeared. Let's go check the blade in the center. There's a rune on the sword. The same one that disappeared from the other blade. Maybe by completing the challenges in the other arenas, the runes will charge this sword. Gná, she's fierce. Attack only if you think we are ready. We'll be back for you. I gave her what she wanted. But thank you. Queen. Why? There are no Valkyries left. Maybe. It would be the first time in a while I have something truly mine. We'll see. What is this? The father. Odin, I presume? And here I thought you were good with riddles. Odin must have created these creatures. But how? I believe we have done something. What's this? This stone. It calls to us. Prepare yourself. Again? Good. I'm ready. We'll get it done. It's time. We can do this. Let's train. Ready to spar. Practice never hurts. Let's practice. And still they come. How many more can there be? More? Fine. They're testing my patience. Fine. We'll cut through them all. Sure. Why not? Really?
Oh, enough! We can do this. They won't prevail. Not against us. We endure. Well done. Shall we try another? That's one done with. Another. It's finished. Now what about the others?
That was instructive. Good training session. If only all battles were so simple. Good. Again, exemplary.
We must take down the Noken! The Noken empowers its kin! Look! It's carrying treasure! Kill the salamander, quickly! Quick, before it gets away! It's escaping! We'll take it down together. Focus on that one. Take it down! Careful! Hello there!
Another raven freed. One more for the tree. You're free, little one. We've hunted many of these spectral birds. We should check on them at the raven tree. Another for the raven tree. We should check on it there. That reminds me. It's been a while since we last visited the raven tree. We've some time. A visit to the Tree of Ravens might be worthwhile. If you wish, we could return to the Tree of Ravens. I'd like to visit the Tree of Ravens if we've the time. We should check on the spectral ravens when we have time. She fled. Can't have gotten far. We could check the arena. Aren't we all? This isle seems abandoned. It appears to be out of our reach for now. Is that why you haven't moved on? That water wheel's getting no water. I see. The geyser under the water wheel is blocked. Looks like there's a weak point on that blockage. See that? Your spear. It could probably destroy that blockage. We could use that lift, but not while it's up there. The geyser. Could you stop it somehow? Wait, couldn't you freeze the geyser with your axe? The gate is down, but it has to stay that way. There's a gear, see? Connected to the gate. You could freeze the gear, couldn't you? Might keep the gate in place. Very clever. There must be a way past those rocks. Maybe we could detonate the rocks. We need a better angle on this. That vantage point you're at doesn't seem right. There's one last rock still blocking the geyser. Can you destroy the final rock? Good. That'll help with the crank. The geyser's still inaccessible. But maybe you could freeze the gate instead. Maybe with the gate frozen, you'll be free to destroy that rock that's in the way. The rock that's in the way. Does it have a weak point you could hit with your spear? The remains are old. His son is surely gone by now. Really? Feel it? The air's humming with magic. Wait, we should go back. I didn't read the rune. Really? His request isn't a distraction? I see. Okay then. He went to find the other treasure on his own, to spare you the dangers. What a shame. He died trying to find the other treasure. He didn't know you were doing the same. Don't blame yourself. He is at peace. I'm glad we did this, Kratos. And I'm sure Atreus will be as well. We'll have to find a way through this debris. That device may help us get through. Normal weapons won't do. We must blow through the debris. That device holds explosives. We could use them to unblock the tunnel. Between the creatures and all the debris, no one could have made it out of here alive. The tunnel must open up just ahead. The debris doesn't seem to be visible from over here. Something appears to be atop that island. Could we not use the water wheels to get these lifts working? We'll need to get rid of those rocks. Let's get these rocks out of the way, no? There we go. Damn dragons. Odin brought them to these lands without a care to what they do to the environment. I imagine the dragons have hunted at least a dozen native species to extinction. Now that the water flows freely, new parts of the crater should be open to us. Odin dammed it up. Without the water, the Vanir were forced to abandon the river, and once again Odin won a battle without so much as drawing his blade. There it is. Odin's eyesore. What if we opened the dam? It might bring water back to the riverbed. This lift should take us to the dam. Now that the water flows freely, new parts of the crater should be open to us. No door. But there must be a way inside. The water flows again. Let's see what changed. Over here. The water flows. Another Eventide altar. We must reach it. We could reach the Eventide altar from that shore. In fact, some would say the landscape is the treasure. The water. I never thought we'd bring life back to these parched canyons. We may access more of the crater, but more importantly, life will return. You've done something good today, Kratos. The native wildlife stands no chance while it's alive. We must follow it. The water's dropped. There's a new path across. Right. What next, then? Should we rescue Birger? The saliva will lead us straight to the predator. More spit. We can follow it. Find the predator. You can't possibly believe that. It's me. Blood in the air. We're near a feeding ground. Everyone okay? On that subject, Birger is still under attack by another dragon. Perhaps we should see to that. A lift. Should take us to the dam. And it'd save the wildlife. Of course. We've returned to the plains. This place is already healing. Maybe the crank wheel. To the rigs, then. Durlin requested we find his hammer. If we're to explore the bay, we might as well help him. We must be near one of the dwarves' mining machines. Follow that smoke. We're near a mining rig. Follow the smoke. Smoke? That means a mining rig. We could shut it down, or find Mimir's prisoner. We could free Mimir's prisoner, but we're near a rig. Follow the smoke. Impressive statue. Why put this here, I wonder? I must say, Mimir, of all the cruelties you enacted on Odin's behalf, these rigs were certainly the most subtle. You captured the Lungbacher and built these mining rigs? You were busy, so one of your mining rigs is here, Mimir. How long did it take the dwarves to realize you duped them? Maybe. Undoing generations of smoke, metal, oil, it'd be an undertaking, and not a quick one. So we do. I'll look into it. So, Mimir, you're hated by an entire realm because of one mistake. The rigs, the Lungbacher. So this is why an entire realm hates you. Didn't say it wasn't. I'm just... well, I know how it feels. How do we get across? The crane? The crane. Could we move it? The target just under the crane. Could you hit that, maybe? Well done. Now we can cross. It doesn't appear you can grapple with your blades while that block is in the way. Could you move the block with your blades? Just an idea. We'll need to send that block back up. I don't know. Your chains brought the block down. Could they send it back up? We should return to the crank. That pot might be useful. Could detonating the pot create a path back to the wheel crank? The block seems in the correct position, but you've no way to swing across. The gantry might be the answer. You could raise the gantry, then swing from it. No? The wheel crank. It controls the gantry. You could send it part way up. Nicely done. Should be easy to get across now. Surely there's a way to cross this gap. That crane. It's built to rotate. Your axe. I think it could rotate the crane. Well done. We can cross the gap now. You believe deactivating the mining rigs will encourage the dwarves to reclaim their independence? What's the purpose of turning off the mining rigs? Odin's dead. Why would the dwarves agree to allow the Aesir to siphon off their resources? Your deeds seem to be catching up with you, Mimir. Smartest cheat alive. Another mining rig's on this island. Just follow the smoke. You could likely swing across the gantry. That position looks correct. I think the gantry's in the right position now. Made it. This equipment's sturdier than I thought. There we are. Good idea. The gantry got us across once. Maybe it can do so again. The ground here is unstable. Dropping from a high enough vantage point might break it. I doubt we could breach the wall from down here. Impressive acrobatics. Look at it. I didn't realize how much there'd be to explore here. The air smells fresher here. Likely because this mining rig's been shut down. This crane might be of use to the dwarves, but it seems worthless to us. Or there is someone I would like to see in Midgard. Charlie. Not funny. You'll certainly be able to reach new areas in the bay with that spear. With that spear, more of the bay will be open to us. Could be worth another look.
Bregtha!
Mimir, what innocent life do you speak of? What did you do, Mimir? What did you do? Damn! It's too quick to approach from the front. There must be a way to get behind it. We won't be able to kill it if it sees us coming. We should find another vantage point. Well done. Let's see what it has to offer. Looks like you could break through the ground down here. Seems you've got the height you need to smash through the ground. Take a look at this, Mimir. The island where we found that key. Is there something we missed? What exactly are we doing, Mimir? Mimir!
Explain.
Can't break through the ground from here. We need to get up higher. Maybe if you found a way into that lift. You're punishing yourself, aren't you, Mimir? For exploiting the laborers. For the Lungbakker. I'd consider Odin chaining you to a tree for hundreds of years a sort of penance. The Allfather put you up to this? I'm surprised. Chaining up the innocent is a favored pastime of Odin's. There's another restraint. Surely there's a way to get closer. At least the creature is still alive. There appears to be a dock just there. Could we unblock it? Perhaps that's how we reach this creature's tail. Let's return to the boat. Quite a large geyser. Might be worth investigating, no?
They're coming from the nest! Deal with the nest, or they'll keep coming!
Never seen a geyser so big. The dock's inaccessible. But there must be another way up. This place is infested with wretches. They must be nesting nearby. With the lift lowered, we could climb over to it, maybe. We can swing across here. A wretch nest! Focus up! The wretch nest was hiding some device. Looks like the nest was built on one of those explosive dispensers. Looks like a restraint. Another restraint. There's more to do here. You sure you want to leave? We should climb up and use the rope to slide down. It's the only way to reach the tail. Kratos, we can explore if you wish, but let's not forget the creature's tail is still restrained. We should be able to detonate that debris. Those containers? They're full of oil. You could set the containers on fire. They'd explode, no? Wretch den. Not yet. Soon. The way's blocked. Use my sigil arrows. Dragon, eyes up. We got its attention. It's blocking the path. We need to be rid of it. Be careful. Another dragon. We've pushed it back. We must finish the job. No way to cross. Those vines are unbreakable, so long as the sun shines on them. There. That's where the dragon will have built its nest. Over there. We could beach the boat. Look up. Our dragon's back. Good. That bought us some breathing room. It's here! On the subject of dragons, Birgir is still being harassed by one. Shouldn't we see to that? It flew to that structure. There must be a way up. My shot's compromised. We need to move. Find another angle to burn it. Grab him! He's dazed! It's returned to its perch. Let's pursue it. More than you know. Let's go! Kratos! Damn! Hang on! With the dragon dead, the wildlife will return. Nature has been set to rights. While that dragon lives, this ecosystem will never recover. Doesn't matter, it still wants us dead! We have to remove his footing! The pillar! Break it! Kratos, your spear! Look! Another weak point on his perch! There! Another weak spot to break! Break it! Like the other one! There's an explosive over here that could be of use. A Vanir family crest. This crest. It's mine. The family crest of Kvasir the Wise. More like Kvasir the Inebriated, in truth. The crest of Skirnir. Never quite as smart as he thought. The family crest of Henir. Poor man. The crest of the Huli family. One of the first families ripped apart by the war. This crest belonged to Odin. A peace offering from my people. And a waste of good work. That's all the crests. Thank you for finding them, I figured. Better they be in dwarven hands than Aesir ones. Of course not. But we have to start somewhere. What's this lead to, I wonder? Looks like there's an anchor point for your spear, up there. I never thought I'd live to see drakes in Vanaheim. In all my years in Vanaheim, there was never a natural tremor like that. Whatever destroyed this tunnel, it must be big. Then we should find a way around. Whatever we're tracking, it blew through here. We should find a way up and around the debris. Could also be nothing. This was my fear. With a drake devouring the wildlife, this land will be barren in a matter of winters. Cage the creature! It will lure the drake! Effective. And unpleasant. Shame to have interrupted its meal. If we could defeat this creature, we can defeat the one threatening Birgir. He's waiting for us. If we lured one of those creatures into the cage, say their magic prevents passage, we must find a way to dispel it. We should be able to enter the Revenant camp now. And free my sisters of their torment. Sisters and brothers. Vanir priestesses and priests. When the Aesir attacked, they resorted to say their magic. Vanir priests and priestesses, no. These occultists resorted to say their magic to fight back against the Aesir. Had I been present, I could have warned them of its dangers. Perhaps not. But we can end their suffering now. So many wayward brothers and sisters. They must have fled here after the explosion, thinking they'd finally be left alone. And now they are free from their suffering. Yes, we must stop their dark magic. It is a rot on this land. Go with peace, brothers and sisters. Go with peace, brothers and sisters. The last of these cursed souls are finally free from their suffering. Those Sather were so near the dam. If only their minds had not been clouded, they could have released the water themselves. The Sather didn't cause those tremors. We should keep exploring.
Careful! Look out! Move!
The ogre is near. This may be our last chance to prepare.
That Noken is protecting the ogre! Good! Oh!
No reason to stop now. There are other dragons in the crater. We should seek them out. Then we should continue. They are still a danger to this place. Even a single dragon can irrevocably throw an ecosystem out of balance. Best make sure. Maybe now it can finally begin to heal. The whirlwinds. Those aren't natural. We could return at night. Evening air has a way of changing things. A metal plate. What's it doing in the middle of the wilderness? Look, the plate is lit up. There's a metal plate here with glowing runes. For what it's worth, look, that spring's glowing. There's something angry inside of it. We can't kill it. We'll have to burn it out. Maybe you can ignite it with your blades. It shouldn't harm the creature. The wisp protects that which it feeds on. Good. You scared it back to its spring, but there may be more creatures in danger. We should look for other wisps. I see. The plate keeps the wisps locked in their springs. It's a trap. Those wisps are locked in the spring. I imagine something must be keeping them there. The wisps are contained. We should return to the imprisonment plate. Something must be keeping the wisps contained. Nearby, I imagine. The plate's got another lit rune. It must be because the wisp is back in its spring. There's a metal plate here with glowing runes. Connected to the wisps, maybe? Wisps tend to combine. The imprisonment plate is likely meant to prevent that. Look! That wisp is feeding on a gazelle. It's in pain, that gazelle. It's being preyed upon by another of the wisps. It'll live. That wisp. It's going to siphon away the life of that ibex. Another wisp. Quickly before it kills the ibex. We were just in time. The ibex would not have survived much longer. That wildebeest is dying. We must stop the wisp from feeding on it. Another wisp. It's killing the wildebeest. It was too far gone. At least we spared it some pain in its final moments. The wisps are all locked inside their springs again. It's done. There's a metal plate here with glowing runes everywhere. Do you think returning all the wisps to their springs did this? They found a way to combine. We must destroy it for good. Good. We've handled the wisp problem. I'd like to know how they managed to escape and form that creature, though. My people settled this river many ages ago. Thousands traveled it on pilgrimage to the shrine of worship. But then the Aesir came. This is all that's left. Reavers, of course. Look what they've done to this place. No. What happened? We'll need to lower that bridge. Good. Now the other side. That brazier. Maybe it could help with those vines. Well done. Another drawbridge. We'll need to lower it. Something hanging from that tree above us. Could be useful. There must be a way to transfer the fire from one side to the other. Maybe we could use sigil arrows on the chandelier. Transfer the fire that way. Clever. The way is open. We can jump across. We may need to find a different angle. Perhaps if we were higher. Astrid's garden. The wilds reclaimed it. It was beautiful once. The creatures weren't always this ravenous. The ecosystem. It's out of balance. I am here. I am Freya. What do you need? We must help her. She is trapped here, ignorant of her own death. If we bring her what she needs, she'll move on. I'm not going to do nothing. She needs mangold, mire, and palm. We should find some. What did you find? Again, what did you find? No. There was a time I could recall the face of every one of my people, but sometimes I wonder if gods live too long. Good. I need only one more ingredient for the cure. Then I fix things. That's everything I need. Let's return to the sick spirit. I promised I would take care of my people. And I am here. Thank you. But it's time to rest. You have earned it. Yes. Astrid. No. I'd like to go talk with her. There she is again. She obviously needs help, and I'd like to give it. Astrid. What happened to you? To your garden? You need never apologize to me, old friend. I will return, Astrid. Kratos, we purge this garden of poison. The earth is a reflection of those who tend it. So long as the land is plagued, her soul will be as well. We have to destroy the totems. They're poisoning Astrid's garden. There must be a way to destroy the totem. Something around here. Try your axe, maybe? It worked. Life returns to the garden. Good. Can you see if there's a way inside while you're up there? Hi, look. The door's held shut by that counterweight. We lower it, the door will open. Those vines have grown through the window. Maybe we could get closer from the other side. Those vines. They're growing from that bridge. Break that chain and it'll lower the counterweight. Before we head back, we can burn those vines from here, no? Great. Maybe you can break the chain from here as well, no? The gate's open. We can head back and get inside. We've revealed the inside of that building. Can you see anything valuable in there? This garden still aches. There must be more poison somewhere. We have no angle on it. We should climb. Find a better vantage point. It's finished. Let's return to Astrid. That was the last of the poison. Despite everything, the garden survives. Because of us. It's okay, Astrid. It's time to move on. And you. All things do. That is no reason not to try. Gunhild. Those scrawlings. Must be Sather nearby. Sather markings. We should be careful. More Sather markings. Gunhild's companions can't be that far ahead. I wish things had gone differently. But these Sather are at rest now. Look, more Sather markings. We're closing in. More of those markings. Definitely Sather territory. Must be Sather this way. We'll need to find another way around. More Sather markings. We're definitely getting closer. Gunhild needs my help. Please, Kratos. That spirit is in pain. Of course, Gunhild. But to what end? I understand your desperation, but that was foolish. Of course. Sather magic corrupts so ruthlessly. Those poor souls must be in agony. Kratos, didn't you already slay Sather corrupted spirits? We should tell her, so her soul can rest. Eyes left. Some of the Sather we're looking for. Over there. Those are the lost Sather spirits. Friends of Gunhild. Damn it. I knew these souls. I would have thought them smarter than to meddle with Sather magic. And now they are dead. They were followers of mine. I would have thought them wiser than to meddle with Sather magic. And now they are dead. Good riddance. And let's return to Gunhild. Unless you'd like to condescend more? Your friends are at peace. And I'm sorry. Had I been here, I would have prevented this. No, but Yes, you're right. Goodbye, Gunhild. I don't want to think about that. Wouldn't you? If you thought through your actions or inaction, you could have started the spread of such magic? Kratos, thank you for taking the time to help my people. Oh, but you did. You put their spirits at ease, and that has eased my spirit as well. I feel lifted. You're right. There are most certainly other corrupted sisters out in the realms. Where does that lift lead, I wonder? Kratos, look, a chain, caught in vines. Doesn't look like we can reach it from down here. I think we can burn those vines from here. Well done. We can climb that chain now. Like I haven't come back at all. Everything's changed. I'm a stranger here. Reading up on my home? I'll tell you all about it one day. Maybe. The Pilgrim Gate. I can open it. We just need to find the right vantage point. There's a vein of energy here. I can use it to open the gate. Good. We can continue upriver in the boat. This was my home. I understand its energies, and in some instances, I can use them. That much hasn't changed. Very. Home. The river delta in Vanaheim. There were many who lived there. I'd like to check on them if we have the time. Astrid. That was kind of you. She put her soul into those gardens, and now they flourish. Then they are at peace, or as close to it as anyone can hope for. Thank you. I'm sorry I couldn't be there for her, but I'm glad you could be. Thank you. These bridge supports look sturdier. We'll have to find a way to the other side to lower it. I left something behind, near the falls, to be free of the bonds of my marriage. And to Asgard. Not completely. Not enough. Along the river near Freyr's camp, there is something from my past I need to rectify. Waterfalls. We're close. There should be a gate up ahead. I've never seen it shut. There must be a way to open it nearby. We can't. Not with those vines in the way. Could we burn those vines? Perhaps with my sigil arrows. We should be able to reach the wedding site now. Ugh. The closer we get, the more tightness grows in my chest. It must be done. I've lived with this pain far too long, if you can believe it. We were happy once. For a time, I foolishly believed the peace would last. Perhaps that was my mistake. All I wanted was to protect my family. I failed, all the same. Do you know why I left that night, Mimir? He showed me who he really was. Odin asked me to cast a protection spell on him, the one I used on my son. But the way it drove our boy mad, I refused. He was furious, throwing every object he could find, destroyed the room. There was only coldness after that. I tried to make it work, but allow me. Funa. I never thought I'd come back here.
Watch out! Another Soul Eater! It doesn't belong here! We must get rid of it! Watch out! It's a Soul Eater! It doesn't belong here! We must get rid of it!
This place. It used to be sacred. Now it sits abandoned, vandalized. Hopefully the objects I'm looking for are still here. We'll need to find a way to lower it. Maybe we can find a better angle. Let's see if we can get a better view of the bridge's supports on the other side, near the chasm. There! Those vines. Seems it's still chained up on the right side. Good. Let's go. I think this is the right way. So much about that day I wish I could change. If only I'd seen the signs. My circlet's here.
It's on that pedestal by the balcony!
Look at this. A symbol of commitment. After the ceremony, he had a new one made every week, each more beautiful than the last. He stopped when I refused to teach him the old magic. You know, my people used to send me gifts too, so I wouldn't forget home. But after the birth of my son, they stopped too. I can't read that from here. Let's head back and I can take a better look. I thought I'd feel peace by breaking it. But I feel nothing. You may be right. The door is shut. If memory serves, we'll need to light both of those torches to open it. This is a mystic fire. Its flames are short-lived. I can shoot more than one, remember? I believe we have to light both torches at the same time. Could you ignite them from the middle, maybe? That's it! This place holds so many memories. Even before that day.
I don't think we can kill it while the Noken lives! Let's go find it! We can't kill him! We need to push forward and find the Noken!
Impressive. It's a denouncement from my people, placed during my wedding. There. I see the chalice. Come closer. Look at this. A symbol of reconciliation. We drank from the lover's chalice until we could hardly stand. I confided in him that night about wanting an apology from Freyr. Odin reassured me that he'd be the only family I'd need. And I believed him. Let's head back. The word is complete, but I still can't read it from here. Let's head back down. No. The pain only grows. Will I never be free of it? What more do I need to do? The word isn't complete. It's missing a piece. Let's see. Oaf Alar Aldir. You're quiet, Mimir. Something on your mind? First time for everything. We can't proceed yet. We haven't found all the objects I seek. After all the battles I've fought, why does the other side of this door scare me most? Yes, there it is. My final tie to Asgard. We drove that sword into the pillar together. I suppose it's on to the next battle now. Since when have you ever asked for permission? I wanted to end that war too. I appreciate that. Even if you can't help being an obnoxious know-it-all.
Kratos!
There must be another nearby. You know, an arrogant man once told me you can't change the past, only how it shapes you. I think he might be right. It's been a while since I've had a confidant. Would the god of few words lend me his ear now and again? Stay on guard. That's the mark of a soul eater. Yet another creature that shouldn't be in Vanaheim. Stay on guard. That's the mark of a soul eater. The massive explosion of magical energy from your wife's battle with Thor must have called them here. There's danger ahead. Soul eaters may look just like rocks, but are far more deadly. It must be close. First the Einherjar, now this. I hope so. Vanaheim has suffered enough. How are you so sure? Was that a compliment? What did you find? He's right, Mimir. Show respect. The squeaky toy could have been the death of us all.
She has you in her sights!
Lost her!
She certainly is relentless!
Ugh, damn it. Must have been after my time. Perhaps the Huntress has a den. Then we can put an end to this. I, for one, am happy she will no longer prey on this jungle. The plant. It's drawing its strength from the other side of the gate. We must find a way around. You see? Nature's returning to the crater, thanks to us. Your wife wielded that axe in the past, didn't she? Perhaps she was here. What was he doing at a mead hall in Vanaheim? What was he doing in the mead hall? 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 Faye and Thor sharing a drink? Your word may have been lost to time. At the time this valley was destroyed, the Aesir and Vanir were fighting all over Vanaheim. Late or not, you have completed your task. You have done well. Thor's penchant for drink is widely known, but what happened in this valley is still a mystery. This spirit may have the answers you seek. Faye showed great courage to walk in Thor's path. A home? What happened? I knew that leaving Odin would have consequences, but I never imagined this. I never imagined so many lost homes, lost souls, the gloves, and the fair hair. This warrior reminds me of someone. I once knew a warrior like the one he spoke of. She was extraordinary. I never realized that the warrior could have been Faye. She sounds like the woman I knew. She didn't carry that axe, but yes, I believe I may have met your wife. It was long ago. It's hard to say, but she sounds like the woman I knew. Our paths crossed only briefly, but I'll never forget it. This father needs his son. We can help him. I do not wish a lost son on anyone, living or dead. Faye had her reasons to hate Thor. His slaughter of the giants was reason enough. Vanaheim sees so much destruction, but this pond seems untouched. The pond, it thanked us. This land is alive in ways others are not. It speaks its own language, one I understand. It wants to show its gratitude. Just toss a crystal in. A gift. Crystal shards. They're a blight on the land. We'll be rewarded for any we can return to the pond. Armor and crystal shards. Gifts. Those crystals, they're a blight on the land. We'll be rewarded for any we can return to the pond. Armor. A gift. Those crystals, they're a blight on the land. We'll be rewarded for any we can return to the pond. What's that growth? That's not a Vanaheim.